Grooms will shift in the backfield, and it'll be Colson again, needs 2, and he will have it and plenty more as he crosses the 40 to about the 43, 44-yard line.
So the first 3 carries of the ballgame all go to Kuhn.
So first down for the Bronx. They will spot it at the 40, their own 43. No score, 10.5 to go, opening quarter in this state championship game.
And the quarterback, Gilbertson, has not even seen the field yet.
Colson's got his guys set and ready to go again. A little bit different formation. 4 wides in the set with a couple of slots. And they're going to run jet sweep to Kentner. Gets to the edge, and he's going to be dragged down. We're going to get a flag for a horse collar or what?
That should have been a horse collar because he's up around the nameplate.
Wow. You could see the pads and the shirt got pulled down. I thought for sure a flag was going to fly. Kentner's going to get a couple of yards. Oh, boy. That was 2 hands on the back of that jersey pulling him down. Wow.
Gilby does come in, but he's going to be lined up as a wide receiver.
So Gilbertson will line up as a wideout. Kuhn will stay in the backfield as a quarterback. Empty backfield. On 2nd and 8 for the Bronx from their own 45. Just underway, no score on the Range scoreboard. Colson will keep it again, looking for yardage. Breaks into the secondary. He'll have the first down inside the 45-yard line of East. And that was just power football right there. He ran through somebody.
We have the East coaches in the box next to us.
They're going bananas.
They're going bananas.
It was just a straight, direct snap up the gut, made a move, and whoever number 22 is had a shot at him, and Colson just ran right through that tackle.
Yeah, they made Colby Dirks. He just ran right over the top of Dirks.
Dirks had a shot at him, too, and he just ran through it. 1st and 10 Bronx at the 43-yard line of Cheyenne East on the opening drive of the ball game. Colson will take the snap, fake the give, and be hit after a couple. They forced him back inside. And then he was dropped after a 2-yard gain as they faked the handoff.
And Dirks was there to make the tackle that time. So a little redemption for the East linebacker.
And now it looks like Gilby's in the game at the quarterback spot. So Cale Gilbertson will come on for the first time. Empty backfield. 5 wides in the set. Kuhn will be a wide receiver. Colson lined up to the far side of the field. And he's over there with Jackson Lynn. And he is lined up in the slot. 3 wides to the near side. Empty backfield on 2nd and 8 from the 41-yard line of East. Gilbertson to throw. Has plenty of time. Now we'll unload it underneath. We're going to get pass interference. Somebody all over the back of Kentner.
Dom Cassis
just ate him up.
Attacked Kentner and just buried him before the ball got there.
Got on his back and just pushed him to the turf. And the flags flew, so the Bronx will get a first down out of this. Got there way too early.
The offensive line did a great job. Cale had all kinds of time.
So, we'll mark the yardage off.
Oh, they're going to call holding on the defense.
Okay, so it's holding instead of pass interference. That's a 10-yard penalty. It'll be a first down. They'll spot the ball at the East 31. 8:22 to go, opening quarter, no score on the Range scoreboard. Opening drive of the ball game. 1st and 10 Bronx on the East 32. Colson will take the snap. This time he's going to give it to Grooms. Grooms breaking tackles at the 20. Now at the 15, and down he goes. Another Bronx first down at the 15.
Just another little wrinkle in that Bronx offense. Everyone's just so keyed on Colson Kuhn. He gives the ball to Grooms, and he had a lot of green grass.
You have such a weapon.
Yep.
You know, you can't ever forget about him. That's what's so effective about that play. 1st and 10 Bronx on the East 15.
7th play of the drive. Here comes play number 8 for the Bronx.
Kuhn ready to take the snap again. Grooms will stand to his left. And Taryn's going to get the ball. No, he's not. Kuhn will pull it back. Heads inside the 5. Touchdown, Bronx. Colson Kuhn. 15 yards. A great play fake. It was a great play fake to Grooms. And Kuhn went right up the middle for 15 and a score. With 7:51 to play in the first.
I think if he would have given the ball to Grooms, I think Grooms would have scored too, because there was not a East defender near him.
So Colson will stay on the field for the point after attempt. And the Bronx take it 70 yards in the opening drive. Make that 69 yards officially.
Yep, 8 plays, 69 yards officially.
And Kuhn to add the PAT. Kick is a line drive, and he rips it right down Main Street with 7:51 to go in the opening quarter. On the range scoreboard, it's Sheridan 7, Cheyenne East nothing. T-Birds get the ball for the first time. That's coming up next. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWYO 106.9 FM.
Are you ready to begin your college journey but aren't sure where to start? Sheridan College will help guide you every step of the way. Stop by anytime Monday through Friday during business hours to meet with an enrollment expert to answer any questions you may have. With over 50 programs of study, there's truly something for everyone. For a complete list of degree programs, go to sheridan.edu. Registration is now open for the spring and summer semesters. Classes begin January 23rd. Sheridan College, begin your journey.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, the Bronx score first. 69-yard drive. Colson Kuhn finished it off with a 15-yard run. And now the T-Birds going to get a crack at it here.
Would you just say that drive was businesslike?
Oh, man. Right. Just marched it down the field.
First, I don't know if
one pass play that was a penalty, and all the rest was on the ground.
I don't know if Sheridan scripts their plays, but boy, it was methodical, just right down the field.
So back deep to receive this kick, Schlabs and Kazis, and we'll see how the Bronx will kick away. And it'll be a low, hard line drive, and it's going to be Schlabs keeping it, I believe. No, it was a handoff as they try to get a little tricky. Now we get into traffic, and they'll have it inside the 20. And it was Drew Jackson who ended up with the ball. I just completely lost the ball on that play. Completely lost it.
They had the two guys deep, and then Drew Jackson came from the middle, peeled back, and that's where they handed the ball off.
That's why I didn't see him.
A new wrinkle there for their kick return.
1st and 10 for Cheyenne East at their own 18-yard line. And Cam Hayes, the quarterback, will come out. Again, Drew Jackson, the running back. Schlabs and Kazis are the two guys they love to throw to. 4 wides in the set. Going to come out, short passing game, caught by Kazis, and he'll be driven out of bounds across the 25-yard line. And they'll say he did not get out of bounds, so the clock will continue to run. Gain of about 8. 2nd and 2 coming for Cheyenne East.
And they're going to run some up-tempo.
Hayes going to keep it. And he's going to be dropped after he gets a couple. He'll have the first down at the 29-yard line.
So there's East's initial first down.
Got that RPO. He rides that running back a long time and kept it.
Yeah, Kason Wilson on the tackle for the Bronx.
1st and 10 for East on their own 29-yard line. Quick toss to Jackson, running left. Got hit from behind and tripped up. Still is going to get decent yardage, but he got tripped up.
Dane Steele made the initial trip up.
But he was able to stay on his feet for about 3 or 4. Gain of 4 on the play. 2nd and 6 coming for Cheyenne East. And quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Man comes in motion to the far side.
Little wide receiver screen.
And nothing there. Well, a couple anyway. Not a whole lot of room. It was Kazis on the reception.
3rd and about 3.
So 3rd and 3. They'll spot the ball at the 36-yard line of Cheyenne East. And again, right back to the line of scrimmage, really up-tempo now. Hayes to throw. Screen pass out in the flat. Going to be caught by Jackson. He'll have the first down as he's going to be taken down across the 45-yard line.
Shifty little move after the catch by Jackson.
So now East is on the move. Again, the Bronx lead 7-0 on the range scoreboard. 6:19 to play opening quarter. On first down, Hayes to throw. Rolls left. Gets to Kazis. He's hit immediately, but still is going to pick up about 5. Across midfield into Sheridan territory at the 49-yard line.
Over the years, that little 5-yard out has been a nemesis for the Bronx defense.
It's so hard to defend that play.
Yep.
It is just a tough one to defend. So 2nd and 5 at the 49. And out of the backfield, Jackson's going to be hit and drop, no gain.
Yeah, no gain. I thought he might have even lost a yard, but they're going to say he got right back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 5 coming now for Cheyenne East.
Cody Dunham came up to make the stop. Nice to see Cody back in. Boy, he's been out almost all year with a leg injury after he had to have surgery after last season.
Empty backfield, short passing game. Pass is caught. I think it's going to be close to a first down. Was it Schlabs that caught it? Schlabs got it. And it looks like it's very close. Made a nice catch on the ball. and it'll be a first down for Cheyenne East.
Yeah, right at the sticks.
At the Sheridan 44-yard line. Quick snap. Give it to Jackson up the middle, tripped up. And he'll be dropped at the Sheridan 39-yard line as he'll pick up 5.
Dane Steele, you can tell the Bronx defensive line is getting really tired.
Well, this up-tempo,
Yep.
you got to get back on the ball. Makes it tough on you. Jackson in the backfield with Hayes. 4 wides in the set. 2nd and 5 for East at the Sheridan 39. Give it to Jackson again, and he'll take it to the 35 before he stopped there. 3rd and short coming for East.
Noah Williamson, one of the Bronx tacklers there on defense.
Empty backfield, 5 wides in the set, 3rd and short. Good time to take a shot right here if you're East. From the Bronx 35, let's see if they go deep. They will not. The quarterback, Hayes, will keep it, have the first down at the Sheridan 29-yard line.
Kuhn and Jackson Lynn on the tackle. And Sheridan doing what they can to try to rotate D
Hey,
linemen
good drive
in.
by the Bronx to open the game. Good drive by East to try to answer. They're not there yet. 4:27 to go opening quarter. Hayes will throw underneath. It's going to be caught, and it slabs again, and they have a hard time bringing him down. He's going to get good yardage, about 7 yards on first down inside the Bronx 25.
Dane Steele, Colson Kuhn out there to make the tackle. That was the 11th play of the drive.
2nd and 4 at the Sheridan 23. Jackson to the right side, gets to the edge, then he gets hit and dropped and driven out of bounds.
That's a loss of a couple. Matt Kettner.
Bronx did a good job to string it out to the sidelines, and then Kettner cleaned it up.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
They really forced him outside, and Kettner just shot through there and threw him down. So 3rd and 6 for East at the Sheridan 25-yard line. Hayes to throw. Screen pass. Batted down.
Colson batted it out of the air, and Dane Steele did everything he could.
Almost got to it.
Yeah, to intercept it.
So Kuhn bringing the heat up the middle, gets a hand on it. 4th and 6 for Cheyenne East at the Bronx 25. 3:53 to play opening quarter. 7-0 Bronx on the rain scoreboard, and East lines up to go for it on 4th down. The Bronx should still want to jump off sides. They'll go for it. Here's the 4th down call. Hayes sprints out. Hayes going to run. Hayes will have the first down and more. Inside the 10 and then down near the 7-yard line. Good play by the quarterback.
Yep.
That was a good play by Hayes.
He just took off.
So they convert on 4th and 6. 1st and goal for Cheyenne East at the Sheridan 8. Andrew Jackson will get the carry up the middle to about the 4. 3.5 minutes to play, clock running opening quarter. 7-0 Bronx on the rain scoreboard. It'd be hard to believe that we could say that both teams had long drives to start the game.
Right.
But the first quarter's almost gone.
15. This is the 16th play of this drive for East.
And it'll be Hayes, the quarterback, running to his right, gets hit by Kuhn and slammed down at the 3-yard line. A gain 1. 3rd and goal now from the 3-yard line for Cheyenne East. Colson Kuhn with the hit.
They're going to give him the 2.
They're going to give him the 2-yard line. So 3rd and goal from the 2 now for Cheyenne East. So 3rd and goal for the T-Birds. Under 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. And they'll give it to Jackson up the middle. Gets hit, dives forward. He's in for the score. Drew Jackson will score with 2:44 to play in the first quarter. So Jackson scored from 2 yards out.
I think it was 18-play drive.
That's crazy. From this team? Well,
18 plays, 82 yards in 4 minutes and 58 seconds.
Well, the Bronx had a similar drive to open up the game. Not as long, but now for the point after, the kick is up, and it is good. We are tied at 7 on the rain scoreboard with 2:44 to go in the opening quarter. You're listening to State Championship Football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Brand identity is an integral part of your company. It's how the public views your organization and relates to your business. The folks at Alpha Graphics are experts in helping you grow your brand through strategic and consistent marketing plans. Their goal is to help you get noticed and get business. Go to alphagraphicssheridan.com to request a quote today, or stop by their new location at 2266 North Main Street in Sheridan.
This is State Senator Dave Kinski, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, Bronx score, East scores. Two pretty good drives by these teams to open up the ball game, and now East will kick off to the Bronx. The first time they kicked it short, and Custis made a fair catch at the 30-yard line. Two really good drives to open up the ball game. And not the kind of drives I thought we'd see.
Right. Too long.
Sustained drives.
Sustained drives.
2:44 to go in the quarter. Each team's had it once. And they're lining up like they're going to pooch kick it again. And let's see what they do. The Bronx don't think they're going to kick it deep. Be a high end over end kick. And it's going to be caught by Custis, and he's going to hand it off to Dane Steele. Steele bouncing off tacklers, getting this to the 40. Now at midfield, still on his feet, and he's in East territory, going to be driven out of bounds near the East 40-yard line. They'll mark him out at the 39-yard line.
What a great job by Custis. He had plenty of time to, instead of making the fair catch call on the pop-up kick, he took it, ran towards the middle of the field, and tossed it to Dane Steele.
And Dane made a great run. And the Bronx will have it. They'll spot the ball at the East 39-yard line. 1st and 10 Bronx. And again, the Bronx will line up. Kuhn will take the snap. Groom's in the backfield with them. It's going to be Colson running right. Gets hit. And not much there. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll be it. East did a good job on that one.
Yep, they really stretched the play out. The Bronx did not do as good of a job getting hat on a hat that time.
So no gain. 2nd and 10 for the Bronx at the East 39-yard line. Bronx make a little bit of a change here. Hazel will come out, bring that wide receiver on.
It's Aiden O'Leary who came on.
And Kuhn will stay out there as the quarterback. 4 wide receivers set to the far side. Under 2 to go. And they're going to give the ball a handoff. Didn't see who it was.
Steele.
So Dane Steele with a carry to about the 34. He'll pick up 5. So 3rd and 5 for the Bronx at the 35-yard line of East.
The offensive line is getting pushed back just a touch. They've got to do a better job of firing off.
Cale Gilbertson in there now at the quarterback spot on 3rd and 5. They'll empty the backfield. Kuhn will go line up as a slot receiver. On 3rd and 5, Cale to throw with time. Looking, flushed, in trouble, big trouble. Still scrambling out of it. Will unload it. Bronx are going to come out with a first down, and even more. Kentner gets loose down the sidelines, dropped near the 20. Wow, what a run by Matt Kentner. What a great
job by Gilbertson.
He just turned into a scrambler right there, and they couldn't get a hold of him. Kept the play alive, and then Kentner made the run after the catch. And the Bronx will have it 1st and 10. We'll call it the East 21. Under a minute to go on the clock, running first quarter. We're tied at 7 on the range scoreboard.
That play was good for 13 yards.
Gilbertson was running all over the place and then found Kentner for the first down. Kuhn back in there to take the snap at the quarterback spot. 1st and 10 from the 21. And Kuhn on a delay. He ran into his own man and fell down. The Bronx will lose a couple. Somebody got blocked right into Kuhn and got tripped up.
I think it was Grooms kind of caught his toe and then got pushed right into Kuhn when Grooms was going to lead block for him.
So the loss of 2 on the play. 2nd and a dozen now for the Bronx at the 23-yard line of Cheyenne East.
That's going to be the end of the quarter.
And the quarter comes to an end, and we will go to the second quarter. After 1 here in Laramie, this 4A championship game on the range scoreboard. It's Sheridan 7, Cheyenne East 7. You're listening to state championship football on KWYL 1410 AM and 106.9 FM.
Touchdown Bronx! Touchdown Bronx!
Jack, what are you doing? The neighbors can hear you.
With all the touchdowns the Bronx are going to make this year, I felt I needed to practice. You know, we both like to give our best when given a helping hand.
That's right. We're always willing to give a helping hand to our clients when it comes to buying or selling their property. We even do a free market analysis to anyone that calls.
Our clients score a touchdown whenever they work with us at Best Real Estate eXp Realty.
Call Kathleen and Jack and get ready to pack at 307-763-1249.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And welcome back, everybody, as we go to the second quarter. Bronx face a 2nd and 12 at the East 23-yard line as we begin the second quarter. Again, the Bronx opened up the scoring on a 15-yard touchdown run from Colson Kuhn with 7:51 to go in the first quarter. And then East came back, and Drew Jackson scored a 2-yard run with 2:44 to go in the quarter. And now the Bronx on their second drive of the ball game. 2nd and 12 from the East 23. And Kuhn back in there at the quarterback spot, or is that actually Gilbertson's in there? Isn't he?
They blow the play dead for what's the head linesman's coming in to, I don't know if they're...
Kuhn lined up in the backfield. Kettner, or actually Stain Steele lined up at the running back spot right now. On 2nd and 12 from the 23. Ball's on the ground. Kuhn picks it up, and he'll lose big. Wanted to hand it to Dane Steele. He never got the ball and ended up on the ground, and that's going to cost the Bronx a big one here. It'll be 3rd and long, and Gilbertson will come in on a passing down. He never got the handoff, and Colson was lucky enough to get back on the ball.
Berrettini comes in at one of the wide-out spots. Jackson Lynn also out there.
So it'll be 5 wide receivers this time for the Bronx. It's 3rd and 18. They need the 11-yard line for a first down. Ball at the 29-yard line after that loss on the fumble.
Probably two-play territory, though.
Gilbertson sets the throw underneath. Got a man. Caught by Berrettini down at the 19-yard line. Okay. Decision time.
That cuts it in half, right?
Do you kick a field goal or go? And it looks like we're going to make some switches here. It looks like we're going to have a field goal attempt, doesn't it? It looks like Colson Kuhn's going to line up for about 35, 36-yarder, huh?
No, they're lining up.
Nope, they're lining up. They're going for it. They just switched out a bunch of offensive guys. I thought the kicking team came on. They did not. So it's 4th and 8 for the Bronx.
Oh, now they are going to line up.
Yep, now the lineup they're going to do it. Okay. 36-yard attempt for Colson Kuhn, the hash mark on the right. We know he has plenty of legs, and now they're going to blow this thing dead. Timeout called by the Bronx. Yep. They want to talk it over. We'll get one as well. 4th down coming up, 7-all on the Range scoreboard. To listen to Bronx football on KWYL 106.9 FM.
This is Amity Almond with the Best Real Estate Team, bringing you the best tip of the week. Normally, winter and the holiday season bring a slowdown to the real estate market here in Sheridan. But record low inventory is making this year different. Buyers are still out there looking for homes, and well-priced listings are selling. We can get your home listed and sold quickly so you can get back to enjoying the holidays. For more helpful tips, call me, Amity Almond, or another member of the Best Real Estate Team at 675-BEST, or visit our website at bestwi.net.
Brokered by EXP. Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, lots of possibilities coming here. The Bronx called the timeout. They lined up to kick it. Well, they can line up and run a play. It's 4th and 8 from the 19-yard line of East. You can line up to kick it, and you can also line up to kick it and fake it. And now the offense will come back onto the field, and Cale Gilbertson will be in there at the quarterback spot. 4th and 8 from the 19. Gilbertson looking to throw. Throws it outside. Wanted the hook and ladder, and it's broken up, incomplete. They were going to run the hook and ladder because Kuhn was coming the whole way. It was supposed to be a catch and then a lateral to Kuhn.
That's a long way to throw that ball clear across the field. The defender had enough time to get there. The catch was initially made.
Kind of, yeah.
But he would have had to catch it and then toss it.
It was Berrettini. I mean, it was almost simultaneous. The ball got there when the defender did, but again, it took a long time for that play to develop. If they pull it off, it's a touchdown. So 1st and 10 for Cheyenne East. So the Bronx turn it over on downs. East has it on their own 19-yard line.
Yeah, it's still inside the 20. Nothing really hurt.
Got to figure out a way to slow this team down. Hayes to throw. Hayes going to scramble, and he will pick up a couple as he is forced out of the pocket and then dropped. They'll mark him down at the 22, gain of 3, 3rd and 7 coming for Cheyenne East. 10 minutes left first half. We're still tied at 7 on the Range scoreboard.
Chance Larson on the tackle.
Empty backfield, short passing game, caught by Schlabs, gets down the sideline, driven out of bounds near the 35-yard line. It'll be a first down for Cheyenne East. They'll spot him out at the 34.
And boy, East just gets back on the ball so quick, don't they?
3 wides in the set again. On 1st and 10 from their own 34, Jackson, bubble screen out of the backfield, looking for some running room, cut down after about a 3 or 4 yard gain. Give him 4. 2nd and 6 coming for East at their own 38. Tough club to slow down. Boy, it's not you can't even call it no huddle. It is just up tempo. Now 5 wides in the set. They're ready to go again. They're going to get a lot of snaps. 2nd and 6. Jackson comes across the formation. Quarterback Hayes going to keep it, and he'll pick up maybe 3 across the 40 before he's dropped. 3rd and about 3 coming.
Yeah, it's going to bring up 3rd down. Good job out there, Dane Steele, reading that play all the way.
So 3rd and 3 for Cheyenne East. As we approach the 9-minute mark, this first half is flying by.
The next time they run that play, they're going to give it to Jackson.
Hayes to throw. Underneath, got a man that's going to be caught for the first down and more. It's Schlabs again, driven out of bounds out at the 48-yard line. And a first down for Cheyenne East. It is so hard to defend that pass. And the problem you have is it's so hard to defend because it comes out quick. It's hard to cover that ground, and you don't want to get beat. But one of these times, it's an easy route to jump if you can get there in time.
Right.
1st and 10 for East from their own 48. Hayes to throw again. Another short pass going to be caught, and it'll be about a 7-yard gain.
Jacob Colber with the reception.
Let's call it a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4 coming for Cheyenne East. The ball spotted at the Sheridan 46-yard line. 2nd and 4. Quickly, Hayes empties his backfield again, ready to take the snap. Hayes to throw again. Hayes looking over the middle. Got a man incomplete off his fingertips. He wanted Jackson, and he couldn't come down with it. And 3rd down coming. Is that the first ball they dropped?
Yeah, it's the first drop. Yeah, Cam Hayes is now 10 of 12 for 63 yards.
It's short passes, though. High percentage stuff.
Very high, yeah. 83% completion ratio.
3rd and 4, going to throw a short one again. It's going to be caught out there and quickly scampering out of bounds is Schlabs for a first down at the Bronx 40. We'll stop the clock with 8:40 to go in this first quarter.
And now Schlabs is really talking trash to the Bronx defender.
Well, keep talking. Bronx getting some late subs into the game. They'll get it in before the snap. Now they're going to, Bronx, I think, call a timeout. They do. Didn't have enough the bright personnel on the field.
They only had 10 guys on the field.
Timeout, Bronx. 8:42 to play first half. We're tied at 7. You're listening to Bronx football on KWYO, 1410 AM and 106.9 FM.
Bomber Mountain Nutrition would like to thank all of those who served, not only this time of year, but all year round with their Veterans Discount. Whether you're in the mood for delicious, nutritious, or somewhere in between, Bomber Mountain Nutrition has something for you from its shakes, smoothies, energy drinks, Manchester Street coffees, protein-packed drinks, to pre- and post-workout drinks. You can also turn any smoothie or shake into a protein-packed bowl or waffle. Open weekdays 7 to 6 and Saturdays 9 to 4. Look for updates on Facebook and Instagram, and order delivery on DoorDash or come in at 41 East 1st Street.
This is Troy Baker with Hammer Chevrolet, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, the Bronx, again, didn't have enough men on the field. They burned their second time out of the first half. 8:42 to go in the first. East driving again. Again, the Bronx drive stalled on a fumble, and then they just kind of messed around and then went for it on 4th down. Didn't get it and turned it over on downs. Now East is on the move. 1st and 10 at the Sheridan 40. Hayes, the quarterback, going to keep it for good yardage inside the 35. Really good yardage. He picks up about 7.
Well, the Bronx are trying to rip the ball away instead of just making the tackle on that play anyway.
So 2nd and 3 at the Bronx 33. Little screen pass out to Jackson.
That's a hold.
Actually,
they should have been a hold out there.
It was caught by Schlabs. Little wide receiver screen. And he'll have a first down. They'll spot the ball at the Bronx 27-yard line.
Matt Kettner was being held trying to pursue the receiver.
Hayes to throw again over the middle, and the slot got a guy, and it's going to be caught to the Bronx 15.
Culver
with the catch. And first and 10 for East. They'll spot it at the 16-yard line of the Bronx. Boy, they have just been a machine so far offensively. The give's going to go to Jackson to the 5-yard line or the 10-yard line, knocked down at about the 8. First and goal for Cheyenne East.
A little slippery.
So East knocking on the door. Bronx have not slowed them down yet. First and goal from the Bronx 8. 7:40 to go, opening quarter, or opening half. We're tied at 7. Quarterback Hayes going to keep it again, and will be taken down around the 4-yard line. Second and goal coming from the 4.
Actually, that's going to be a first and goal.
Oh, it was not a first down.
Right.
I'm sorry. Now first and goal from the 4. So first and goal from the 4. They got 4 cracks at it from the 4-yard line. Let's see how East will play it here. They'll send Hayes, the quarterback.
Alex Haswell got him from behind.
He'll be dropped at the 3, a gain of 1. So second and goal now from the 3. They faked Drew Jackson out of the backfield for a screen pass, and Hayes just kept it.
Raider Tomlinson also there for the Bronx.
So second and goal now from the Bronx 3. Just under 7 minutes to play, again in the opening half. We're still tied at 7. East looking to take the lead. Going to throw for it, and it's going to be caught for a touchdown. With 6:39 to go in the half.
Schlabs
makes the catch for the touchdown. And the T-Birds have their first lead of the ball game. Get to short pass. And now for the point after. The kick is up. And it is good. With 6:39 to go in the half, it's Cheyenne East 14, the Bronx 7 on the Rain scoreboard. Listen to Bronx football on KWYL 1410 AM and 106.9
Vendors
FM.
are needed for the upcoming Holiday Bazaar and Craft Show at the Ramada Plaza in Sheridan on Saturday, November 26th from 9 till 2. Booths are only $50. Marketing for the event will be done by the Ramada Plaza, so you'll get plenty of traffic to your booth. All booth fees will go directly to help Aiden O'Leary, a Sheridan track athlete who's going to Australia for a track meet. Booth proceeds, you keep. Call or text Liz Ramsey at 689-8667.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back. Now the ball on the Sheridan Bronx side now. Down by 7, 14-7. East, remember, when they played the regular season game, East got up 14-0 really fast, and the Bronx kind of figured out a way to get them slowed down and got back in it. But, boy, their first 2 drives have been impressive.
18 plays
Wow.
and 15 plays.
Wow. Impressive. And now set to kick it away again. The first 2 kickoffs by Cheyenne East have been pooch kicks, and now the third kick here. See if the Bronx can do anything with it. And this time, it'll be a chip shot the other way. It's going to be caught by one of the upbacks. I think it's Taryn Grooms, and he'll just bring it straight up the field and cross the 35 to about the 37. I think it was Grooms, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
And he did the right thing. Just catch it and go. Get what you can. It was on the spot on the field where they weren't going to be able to run anything with it, as they did on the last kickoff. And here come the Bronx. First and 10 on their own 37-yard line. A lot of time to go in this first half. 6:35 to play. Bronx down 14-7 on the Rain scoreboard.
So 2 multi-play drives, 18 plays and 15 plays.
Pretty impressive
for Cheyenne East.
Wow. Kuhn back in there. Taryn Grooms with them in the backfield, I believe. And it's going to be Colson running left. Looking for some running room. Has a little bit and will dive forward for about 5 or 6. Let's give him 5 on the carry. A little bit better that time.
Yep. Not the kind of room he saw last week, but be patient. Give him a little bit of time.
The big thing is just to be patient and stay with it. Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it, and eventually, it seems like, you get loose. 2nd and 5 for the Bronx at their own 42. Kuhn again, this time up the middle, and he will take it to the 45-yard line. It'll be just shy of the 45, so 3rd and a couple here.
Third and a long 2, right?
Yeah, 3rd about 2.5. Well, it's right on the stripe.
Yep, they call it
so
right on the stripe.
3rd and 2 for the Bronx at their own 45. So 3rd and 2 for the Bronx at their own 45-yard line. Kentner in motion quickly. They're going to give it to Colson. Gets hit, cuts back, stays on his feet, has the first down. Wow.
Boy, and they had a chance. 2 guys missed him in the backfield. He was just able to squirt by him.
And that'll keep the drive alive, but again, you got number 5 running it. Again, 2 guys hit him, 3 guys got a piece of him before he finally was brought down. So 1st and 10 for the Bronx at their own 48-yard line. Colson ready to go again. This time it's going to be Grooms cutting back up the middle with some running room and a block. Now he gets to the outside. He's up the east 40, 35-30, driven out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 at the east 28. Great run by Taryn, great cutback, and a great block downfield.
Yeah, great blocking by the wide receiver. Dominic Berrettini did a wonderful job blocking his man downfield to create a little bit more space.
Boy, the middle of that field opened up, and Taryn cut back to the right, and he was out the gate. 1st and 10 Bronx, now at the east 28. Coonan takes the snap, will keep it himself, gets hit, falls forward, back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll be it. Maybe got a little bit. I doubt it, though. No gain.
No gain, yep.
So 2nd and 10 coming for the Bronx at the east 28.
The East defense is really, I mean, they are really keyed in, obviously, on number 5.
Big time. It has been a tough road for Colson in this first half, but he's just going to keep hammering at him. Here's 2nd and 10. Kuhn to throw. In trouble. Gets out of trouble. Now he's going to run. 25. Lowers his head to about the 24. So that's the problem. He breaks contain. Look out. Now he's a running back again.
He looked like he wanted to throw that early. Nothing there, so he just tucked it and got what he could out of it.
3rd and 6 coming for the Bronx. From the 24-yard line of Cheyenne East. 3rd and 6. We don't see Colson throw the ball very much.
No. Well, last week when he did, it was an interception.
So Kuhn will stand there. Grooms in the backfield with him. 3rd and 6 from the East 24. Kuhn running left. Good yardage. Will be tripped up. It'll be 4th and a yard from the 19-yard line of East. Well, you're going for it here. There's not going to settle for anything. So 4th and a yard from the East 19. Quickly the Bronx back to the line of scrimmage. Here comes the plan from the sideline. Still, it's the same set we had on the last play. Now they'll switch sides. Grooms will move to the left.
They almost got East to jump.
4th and a yard. Kuhn straight ahead. Has the first down. He needed a yard, and he got a yard. He got 2 yards, actually. So 1st and 10 for the Bronx at the East 17-yard line.
2:55.
Plenty of time. Yep. Bronx with just 1 timeout left. They had to burn a couple. So 1st and 10 for the Bronx at the East 17. And now Cale Gilbertson will come in. Gilby will line up the quarterback spot. And Colson in the backfield with them. Grooms is actually going to split out to the near side in the slot. Gilbertson will bring Grooms in motion back into the backfield. He's back there to block. Cale with time. Unloads to the outside. In traffic, incomplete. Ooh, dangerous pass. Into double coverage.
Three East defenders right around. I think it was Kuhn who leaked out.
And now 2nd and 10 coming for the Bronx at the 17-yard line. Boy, that was a dangerous pass into traffic. Cale tried to gun it in there. The ball was high. It was going to be a tough catch for anyone. And now Kuhn back in there to run the quarterback. And Grooms in the backfield with him to his left on 2nd and 10 from the East 17. Bronx will shift, make a big shift to the right. And that's where they're coming with it. Kuhn with it. Dragging tacklers with him to about the 13. It'll be 3rd down from there. 3rd about what, 6? 2:07 to play. Clock running. Now we're at the 2-minute mark of the first quarter of the clock running. 14-7. Cheyenne East leads it on the range scoreboard.
Haswell out, receiver in. That's Jackson Lynn.
So 3rd and 6 for the Bronx at the 13-yard line of Cheyenne East. Kuhn's going to bring a man in motion into the backfield. The Bronx will call their last timeout. It was a play I don't think the Bronx were ready for. It was taking too long, and that'll be the final timeout for the Bronx of the half. And we'll come back and see how it goes down. Bronx down by 7. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWYO 106.9
Wyoming
FM.
Corporate Office is the trusted business choice behind thousands of businesses. Whether it's business formation, payroll, corporate paperwork, mail scanning service, or small business phone service, Wyoming Corporate Office powers over 100,000 businesses worldwide and locally. This makes Wyoming Corporate Office the state's largest business-to-business service provider, located right here in Sheridan, Wyoming. If you're drowning in corporate paperwork looking for someone with an unmatched experience that cares and wants to be your partner in making your business successful, trust that Wyoming Corporate Office can help you focus on what makes your business tick. Learn more today by visiting WyomingCorporateOffice.com.
This is State Senator Dave Kinski, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And welcome back, everybody. Late first half, 14-7 Cheyenne East leads it on the range scoreboard. The Bronx face a 3rd and 6 at the East 13-yard line. They lined up that last play. It just wasn't developing, and they burned their last time out. And Colson Kuhn ready to take the snap. Again, Grooms in the backfield with him. And now they're ready to go. Bring a man in motion near side. That's going to be Dane Steele. And they're just going to run this way. Looking for blockers. Not a lot there. And we're going to get a big penalty here on the Bronx. We're going to get a holding call, I think, against the Bronx.
That'll decline it. It'll be 4th down.
So you got to kick a field goal.
Well, they might back him up. They might back him up.
Well, it's 10 yards. If it was 5, maybe not, right? He didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play. And now it's going to be 3rd and long, and Gilbertson will come on, so this will be a pass play. Let's see if the Bronx can dial something up here. 3rd and long. The ball spotted at the 19. They need the 7-yard line for a first down.
Ball at 24.
At the 24-yard line. Gilbertson to throw. Has time. Unloads it over the middle. Tipped away, incomplete. Wanted Kentner. And now it's 4th down. This would be about a 40-yard field goal. Got it. Well, you got to attempt it. Minute 20 to go in the half.
Yep.
4th and 17. It'll be a 40-yarder for Colson. Make it 41 yards for Colson. So 41-yard attempt. We know he's got plenty of leg, so that's not an issue.
He's 2 for 3 on field goals this year as long as a 21-yarder.
Plenty of leg. Kick on the way. Got plenty. And it is right down Main Street. So the Bronx do get points out of it. With a minute 14 to go in the half, Colson Kuhn hits a 41-yard field goal to make it 14-10 Cheyenne East. Back for the kickoff. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWYO 106.9 FM.
There's a lot of hype about mortgage interest rates right now, but like sports, we can be working on your preseason mortgage game. This is Autumn Showtime Morris with Homestar. If you want the best rate when you're ready for a home loan, let's make sure everything you need is in place to get that win. I will personally help you every step of the way. Stop by and see us. We are located behind Bison Union Coffee Company at 30 Grinnell Plaza. Find us online at homestarfc.com. Homestar, your easiest way home.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Well, the Bronx come away with points, that's the good thing. Hey, we're glass half full, right? That's a good kick by Colson. They got 41 yards after the penalty, a 41-yard field goal. So 14-10 East.
Yeah, that was a 12-play drive for Sheridan, 39 yards.
You know, we talked about shootout. Nope. It's turned into kind of a chess match a little bit. Both teams kind of, look, East looks really good tonight. Here's the kick. He'll kick it away. It'll be Schlabs at the 5, and he'll keep it. Heads to the left side of the field. The Bronx have him hemmed in, and he'll spin out of bounds inside the 20.
At the 19-yard line.
Good coverage by the Bronx on the kickoff. So 1:06 to go. See, what's scary about this, though, because East is going to call a timeout right now. What's scary about this is, well, maybe they don't have, no, they're not going to call a timeout. They're just huddling with their coaches on the field. But what's scary about this, you got two burners that can catch long passes. And this might be the time, if they decide to go that way, you could send a free runner at the quarterback. This has been the short passing game all night. Let's see what happens. The ball spotted at the 18-yard line of East with 1:06 to go in the half. Hayes going to roll to his left. Looking, has plenty of time. Still looking. Now guns it underneath. It's going to be caught out there for a first down out across the 30 to the 32, but the clock will continue to run. As they set the ball in the chains, and they wind the clock. Under a minute to go. 1st and 10, East at their own 32. Hayes to throw again. Straight drop. Looking. Flushed out of the pocket. Bronx will chase. Now he'll throw. It's going to be caught at the 40 for a gain of about 8, and the clock will stop.
Yeah, Schlabs again. That's his 9th catch of the game.
They got him to run out of the pocket.
They said he was in bounds?
Yeah.
Wow.
So a gain of 9, 2nd and 1 for East at their own 41. Now they'll call a timeout, and we'll get a timeout as well. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center of Wyoming is proud to welcome fellowship-trained sports medicine surgeon Dr. Daniel Lichty to their world-class team. Whether you're an athlete or wanting to continue your active lifestyle, Dr. Lichty proudly offers a full spectrum of bone, joint, and muscle care to help you stay strong. Visit bhosc.com to learn more. Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center of Wyoming, specializing in what moves you. Now open in Sheridan at 1301 Avon Street, Suite A at the Burton Flats.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
So East burns the timeout, 32 seconds left.
And Lane Buchanan, the white hat referee, is talking with Coach Goff from East. They wanted to know why the clock wound after the ball was placed.
Well, he didn't like the explanation he got.
Right.
Or are they going to put some time back up? Or not.
Now let's see what they're doing
It's
here.
going to be or not, I think. Nope. 32 seconds to go in the half. East has it 2nd and 1 at their own 41. Now they are going to put some time on the clock, it looks like. The officials, I don't know if his microphone's not working or not. He's going to come over and talk to one of his referees, and they're going to put time back up. Apparently his microphone's not working. I think they're going to put 38 seconds on the clock.
His microphone must not be working.
Rooting for the home team is the Wyoming way, and the banks of Buffalo, Gillette, and Sheridan are the 307's biggest fans. Banking with us means you're doing more than ever to support school sports because your money stays right here in our community. We're proud to recognize our hard-working athletes with youth sponsorship. Rooting for the home team is the Wyoming way, and the banks of Buffalo, Gillette, and Sheridan are the 307's biggest fans. Banking with us means you're doing more than ever to support school sports because your money stays right here in our community. Rooting for the home team is the Wyoming way, and the banks of Buffalo, Gillette, and Sheridan are the 307's biggest fans. Banking with us means you're doing more than ever to support school sports because your money stays right here in our community. We're proud to recognize our hard-working athletes with youth sponsorships, and the local difference means the familiar faces you know and trust for your banking needs are the same ones cheering with you up in the stands. BuffaloFed.Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Fremont Motors Sheridan Ford is one of the largest Ford dealerships in the state of Wyoming. They have a large selection of Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs for sale. Stop by Fremont Motors Sheridan Ford to order your new Ford Bronco or Ford truck. Their experienced sales team are there to help. When you shop Fremont, you can count on them to deliver an exceptional dealership experience from start to finish.
Visit FremontMotorSheridan.com or stop by 1658 Coffeen Avenue.
The weather is so unpredictable.
This is Troy Baker with Hammer Chevrolet, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, we're at halftime. I'm going to give you the score. It's 14-10 in favor of Cheyenne East, by the way. We had a power outage in our broadcast position here at War Memorial Stadium. And when I mean power outage, I mean the whole thing went in about a millisecond.
The whole press box just went dark.
And so we are back on. The crack staff here at UW, all their people are here. They were on it immediately. And so we're at halftime. We haven't missed a whole lot of time here. But sitting back at in our studios, James Timberlake's ready to take over here at the halftime show. And so we're going to get a break right now. But again, to let you know, 14-10 East at halftime. East had the ball late in the half on a drive, but they came up short. The Bronx ended the half with a sack. And that's where we stand right now. 14-10, Cheyenne East leads it. And we're going to send it back to James Timberlake with our halftime show. So stick around.
Rooting for the home team is the Wyoming way, and the banks of Buffalo, Gillette, and Sheridan are the 307's biggest fans. Banking with us means you're doing more than ever to support school sports because your money stays right here in our community. We're proud to recognize our hard-working athletes with youth sponsorships, and the local difference means the familiar faces you know and trust for your banking needs are the same ones cheering with you up in the stands. BuffaloFed.Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Fremont Motors Sheridan Ford is one of the largest Ford dealerships in the state of Wyoming. They have a large selection of Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs for sale. Stop by Fremont Motors Sheridan Ford to order your new Ford Bronco or Ford truck. Their experienced sales team are there to help. When you shop Fremont, you can count on them to deliver an exceptional dealership experience from start to finish. Visit FremontMotorSheridan.com or stop by 1658 Coffeen Avenue.
It's time for the Homestar Halftime Show. We'll be back with a wrap of the first half right after this word from Homestar, your easiest way home.
Are you looking to ease a financial burden, secure college funding, make home improvements, consolidate debt? Hi, this is Matt with Homestar. These are all things we can help you with. Don't let national news stop you from exploring options to solve your problems and ease your mind. I will personally help you every step of the way. Stop by and see us. We are located behind Bison Union Coffee Company at 30 Grinnell Plaza. Find us online at homestarfc.com. Homestar, your easiest way home.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have hit halftime in the 4A state championship football game between the Sheridan Bronx and the Cheyenne East Thunderbirds. Cheyenne East is looking to avenge their lone loss of the season after falling to the Bronx back at the end of September, while the Bronx are looking to finish their first undefeated season since 2017. The halfway point right now, the Bronx are trailing in this one 14-10. Welcome everyone to the final. This is the last one. Bronx halftime report of the season, presented by Homestar. I am your host, James Timberlake. Coming up, we'll take a look at the upcoming weekend sports schedule, as well as the Wyoming Cowboys basketball and football teams in action, and then the Broncos game coming up on Saturday. But first, let's take a look at the other local football game from yesterday. Bighorn Rams were in a dogfight yesterday in their state title matchup against the Level Bulldogs. The Bulldogs scored on the very first drive of the game to go up 7-0, and that would be the only points put up on the board until the fourth quarter. In the waning seconds of the game, the Bighorn Rams had to drive 97 yards to try to either tie or take the lead, and after a couple of intermediate gains by the Rams, they scored on a 61-yard touchdown pass from Cooper Garber to Dawson Richards with 11 seconds on the clock, and they were able to convert the two-point conversion with a little Philly special. Straight out of the Philadelphia Eagle playbook back in the Super Bowl, and they got it, and the Rams went for two and converted with that Philly special, beating the Lovell Bulldogs 8-7 and clinching the 2A state championship, and the Bighorn Rams won their 8th state championship game. Taking a look at the other local sports schedule for this weekend, other than the state championship games that are going on right now, the only other local action this weekend are the Sheridan Hawks. They will be back at home later tonight, taking on the Great Falls Americans in the second game of a back-to-back. They beat the Americans last night 3-2. Tonight, the puck is scheduled to drop at 7:30 p.m. Taking a look at the more regional sports schedule this weekend, both the Wyoming Cowboys and Cowgirls basketball teams will be in action this upcoming week. The Wyoming Cowboys got bad news regarding injuries last week before their first game of the season. That starting forward Graham Ike would be missing a significant amount of time due to injury. However, that hasn't slowed down the Cowboys so far, opening up the season with 2 wins, albeit against not the toughest of competition, beating Colorado Christian 102-69 on Monday, and then they beat Nicholls State 79-68 on Thursday. With Ike out, the Cowboys will be looking for some other players to step up and fill the vacancy. They've had a couple of guys fill in so far. Brendan Wenzel was the man that stepped up against Nicholls State, dropping a 20-point game off the bench while hitting 6 of 12 three-point attempts. Jeremiah Oden was the leading scorer in the win against Colorado Christian, but the Bucks also got double-digit points from Hunter Thompson and Max Agmanpolo, to name a few. Those will be the guys that will need to keep picking up the slack if the Cowboys are going to weather the storm with Ike out for the next few months. The Pokes will have 2 games this upcoming week. They play on Sunday against Southeast Louisiana, so tomorrow, with tip scheduled for 2 p.m. We will have that one for you over on Smart Talk 106.3 FM. And then the Cowboys will get a break in before taking on Howard at home on Friday, with first tip scheduled for 1:15 p.m. And we'll have that one for you over on 1410 AM and 106.9 FM KWYO. The Wyoming Cowgirls basketball team opened up their season on Friday with a disappointing loss on the road to North Dakota, 67-55. Casey Borowitz was the leading scorer for North Dakota in the game. North Dakota was also very efficient at the free throw line, shooting nearly 90% in the game, which helped put that game away, whereas the Cowgirls only made 54% of their free throws. The Cowgirls will look to turn it around this week with a couple games. They'll be at home for a matchup with Gonzaga on Tuesday with tip scheduled for 8 p.m., and then the Cowgirls will welcome in Denver University on Friday with first tip scheduled for 6:30 p.m., and we will have both of those games for you over on Smart Talk 106.3 FM. That's a look at the local schedule for the weekend, as well as some of the upcoming basketball games for the Cowboys and Cowgirls. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the Broncos matchup this weekend, as well as the Cowboys football game, essentially that just kicked off about 3 minutes ago, so we'll keep you updated there. It's halftime at the 4A State Football Championship game between the Bronx and Thunderbirds. The Bronx trail 14-10. You're listening to the Bronx Halftime Report, presented by Homestar.
The weather is so unpredictable this time of year. Is your vehicle or tires ready? Chris Hayden with Hammer Chevrolet.
Bob, with our tire price match guarantee, you don't have to wait for a tire sale. We carry all the brand name tires at the guaranteed lowest price. If your vehicle's in need of any mechanical repairs, we have the latest in diagnostic and repair equipment. We offer an oil change, tire rotation, and 27-point inspection. Hammers is your full-service dealership, and we value your business. Schedule online at hammerchevy.com or call us.
It's cold and getting colder, but Farmers Co-op is ready to help you stay warm this winter with premium wood pellets for your stove and deliver your propane to your place. Heating your barn or shop? They have kerosene and #1 diesel for your portable heaters as well. And don't forget the feed supplements for your livestock to get them through the winter. Come in from the cold with Farmers Co-op, owned by those they serve at 1450 Coffeen Avenue in Sheridan.
There's a lot of hype about mortgage interest rates right now, but like sports, we can be working on your preseason mortgage game. This is Autumn Showtime Morris with Homestar. If you want the best rate when you're ready for a home loan, let's make sure everything you need is in place to get that win. I will personally help you every step of the way. Stop by and see us. We are located behind Bison Union Coffee Company at 30 Cornell Plaza. Find us online at homestarfc.com. Homestar, your easiest way home.
This is State Senator Dave Kinski, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And welcome back to the Bronx Halftime Reports, presented by Homestar. The Bronx are trailing in the state championship game 14-10 against the Cheyenne Thunderbirds. The Wyoming Cowboys football team are coming off a bye week and are in the midst of a 3-game win streak and are just a few minutes away. That was when I typed it last. They're now at kickoff from kicking off against their arch rival Colorado State in Fort Collins. It's been a very rough year for the Colorado State Rams so far this season. They sit at 2-7 on the year and have dropped 3 of their last 4. They come in with one of the very worst offenses in all of college football, averaging just 13 points per game, and they really don't do anything that well on offensive note, to be honest with you. I guess you could say they don't turn the ball over a whole lot, as well as a way to put a positive spin on the offense. I guess that's what you'd probably say. Their defense isn't a whole lot better, but it is the bright spot on this team. As a team, the defense doesn't necessarily jump off the screen as a whole. As a whole, but it is better than the offense, and they do have one of the better safeties in the country so far this season in Jack Howell. He has slipped up a little bit in recent weeks, but Howell does have one of the best coverage grades this season of any safety in college football at 84.7 according to Pro Football Focus. With that being said, Vegas doesn't seem to think that matters too much, as the Cowboys will kick off as 8.5-point favorites over the Rams. We will see if the Cowboys can make it 2 in a row over Colorado State and defend the Bronze Boot when they take on the Colorado State Rams with kickoff here in just a little bit, if it hasn't kicked off already. Scheduled for 5 p.m., and you can listen to that one over on Smart Talk 106.3 FM. The Denver Broncos are also coming off a bye this past weekend, and they snapped a 4-game losing streak, beating the Jaguars in London 2 weeks ago, 21-17. This week, they'll be looking to make it 2 wins in a row when they take on the Tennessee Titans on the road on Sunday. The Titans dropped a tough game last week on Sunday Night Football to the Kansas City Chiefs in overtime, 20-17. Before that, though, they had rattled off 5 straight victories. And we've talked a lot about how solid defense for the Broncos has been all season long. But if there has been one spot you could beat them, it has been on the run game, and they will get their toughest matchup yet in Derrick Henry on the Titans. Henry has run for 100-plus yards in 5 straight games and has had 2 touchdowns in 3 of those 5 games as well. He will come into the matchup leading the league in rushing yards with 870 and rush attempts with 183. He has the second most touchdowns on the ground so far this season with 9. And for the Broncos, it looks like they maybe got a little something going offensively against the Jags, but it still wasn't the prettiest game in the world and certainly not where you want to be with Russell Wilson and that offense. As it stands right now, the Broncos will come into the matchup as 2.5-point underdogs, and the odds juiced more towards 3 points, and the under coming in at 39. We'll see if the Broncos can string together their first 2-game win streak. Man, I'm tripping up a little bit. Their first 2-game win streak of the season when they take on the Tennessee Titans on Sunday. And we will have all the action live for you over on 1410 AM and 106.9 FM KWYO with pregame scheduled for 9 a.m. and kickoff scheduled for 11 a.m. That's going to wrap up the show today, and it is our final halftime show of the season. I want to get a big thank you to Trevor Jackson for allowing me to do this, as well as our Homestar, our sponsor for the halftime show, who we would not be able to do this without. And, of course, everyone that tuned in all season long, thank you very much for listening. If you would like more analysis from me, be sure to check out the Weekend Sports Wrap podcast, wherever you get your podcasts, posted weekly on Tuesdays. But for now, we're going to send it back out to Trevor and Shane for the second half of the 4A state title game in Laramie. I've been your host, James Timberlake, and you have been listening to the Bronc Halftime Report, presented by Homestar.
There aren't many faces people are excited to see first thing in the morning before they've even had their coffee. But the McDonald's drive-thru workers who take your order on the way to work have almost all of those faces.
Get your $1 any size hot coffee with caramel paired with a sausage McMuffin. Right now, buy 1 sausage McMuffin and get another one for just $1. Price and participation may vary. Valid for item of equal or lesser value. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hi, this is JT.
And Elizabeth Kraft. This month and always, we are especially thankful for our business and the opportunity we have each day to reconnect people to the world around them through the gift of hearing, while providing food, shelter, and stability for our family.
We are also thankful for our very supportive communities in northern Wyoming. Without our loyal customers and the new friends that join EBA Hearing and Sound each day, we would not be where we are today. We appreciate all of you more than you know.
Happy Thanksgiving from the EBA Hearing and Sound family on Coffeen Avenue next to Sherwin-Williams in Sheridan.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody, to War Memorial Stadium. Trevor Jackson and Shane Parker. Big thank you to James Timberlake, who's handled the halftime hosting responsibilities, a little play-by-play this year as well. Good job for helping out James Timberlake. Great job this football season. Well, we get ready for the second half. Cheyenne East will receive the second half kickoff. 14-10. I think, stats are probably offensively going to be dominated by East, but if you're the Sheridan Broncs, it's 14-10. And the drives were long.
Yep,
didn't get the
long.
ball much. Neither team got the ball much.
The thing is with that quick, short passing game, it's tough to get pressure on the quarterback. Cam Hayes is 18 of 21 for 137 yards and the touchdown. But the
short passing game is almost like a running game. It really is.
And I don't want to make – it's not an excuse, but what they called a down player on that far sideline in front of the Sheridan bench
was a fumble.
Was a fumble, and Dave Steele had picked that up, and he was running to the end zone when they blew it dead. Said the player was down, but our crack sideline guy,
videographer Kevin Coyle, was right on top of the play And Kevin was up here a few minutes ago, and he goes, "You want to see it?" It was a fumble, and I saw it, and it was a fumble. But that's the way it goes. You got to overcome stuff. That's going to happen.
Sure.
It was a fumble, would have been a Bronc touchdown, but it wasn't a Bronc touchdown. That's just kind of the way it goes. 14-10, and the lights now are up and on, and a little nighttime football for you right now.
Hopefully the power stays on here in the press box.
Yeah, we had the power outage just before halftime. Thank goodness nothing happened in that final closing seconds. East tried to get some points, but couldn't, and the half ended with a sack. And, again, big thank you to the folks here at the university and their staff for getting us back on, because it went dark really fast.
Those of you that might be interested in the Wyoming game, they gave up a punt return for a touchdown. They trailed Colorado State 7-0 early in the first.
That's what we didn't want to hear.
Yeah.
Oh, well. So the Broncs will kick off to Cheyenne East. And, again, back deep is Schlabs and Kazis. They'll stand at the 5. The Broncs did kick away the first time against them. Kicked it away twice to them. They did a good job on the coverage. And let's see how the Broncs play it here. Well, now with one half of football to go, expect anything and everything now from these two clubs. I can tell you that. Here we go. Ty Gilbertson to kick it away. And he'll put a boot to it. He kicks it right at Schlabs. He'll catch it at the 1 and bring it out. 15. Hit there, flag down, driven out of bounds at the 19, but we're probably going to get a block in the back here, huh?
Or a hold, yeah.
So East is going to end up with the ball around the 10 or 11 yard line by the time they mark it off. But again, good coverage by the Broncs.
Let's see what they're going to call here.
And here's the official call. Again, it's going to go against the T-Birds. Holding against is the official call.
So it'll be
at the 20.
Yep.
So East will start off with the ball at their own 10. I'll tell you what, starting field position hasn't bothered them yet. And here we go. First and 10 for East on their own 10-yard line as we open up the third quarter. East leading it 14-10. Broncs bring the heat this time, and the give is going to go to Jackson, and he breaks a tackle, breaks another, and is going to pick up about 9. Boy, the Broncs were bringing the heat off the edge. It was Colson Kuhn came from the backside, but they ran away from him. Nice little run there by Jackson.
I think it was Gilby that came up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Gain of 8, 2nd and 2 at the 18-yard line now for East. Hayes to throw. Quick pass going to be caught for a first down by Kazis. Driven out of bounds of the Bronx sidelines at the 26-yard line.
Aiden O'Leary, Colson Kuhn out there on the tackle. But again, that quick passing game, that little 5-yard out, that's been a struggle mightily for the Bronx.
First and 10 for East at their own 26. Bring a man in motion across the formation. Run the jet sweep. And good yardage in the middle of the field. It's Kazis to the 40 on that jet sweep. Actually, it was not Kazis.
Yeah, it was.
Was it Kazis?
Number 3, Dom Kazis.
And another first down at the 40. Hayes to throw. Hayes unloads it. Got a man. Again, caught for another first down at midfield.
That's Culver out there on the catch. So that was the first catch of the ball game for Dom.
So first and 10 right at midfield for East. Jackson in motion this time. Hayes, the quarterback, will keep it. Maybe got a yard. That'll be it.
Dane Steele came up to make the stop.
Just underway, third quarter, 14-10 East. 2nd and 9, just on the Sheridan side of midfield. Quick toss to Jackson, running to his left. Cuts back and is going to be dropped at the 45. 3rd and 5 coming.
Too many. Had too many opportunities to bring him down.
One missed tackle. And here we go. 3rd and 5 for East at the Bronx 45. Nobody in the backfield but Hayes. Hayes to throw. Short pass again. Going to be caught. It'll be enough for the first down inside the 40.
Schlabs again. That's his 10th catch of the ball game.
It just drives you crazy. It's got to be driving the defense nuts. I mean, it's so hard to cover. Because about the time you bite on that and you guess wrong, it's a touchdown. Bronx bring the heat again. And it goes back to the other side. The catch is made at about the 35-yard line, 34-yard line. And again, Schlabs again. Boy, you talk about dink and dunk you to death.
Do you move up and do you bump him off the line?
I don't know.
I mean,
you know, if you put Kuhn on him and maybe get physical with him. Hayes to throw again, with time again to the sidelines, caught at the 31-yard line. I don't know what it is such a high percentage throw, I don't know what you do.
Right.
If you guess wrong or miss, it's 6. It's man coverage.
3rd down and 3 now.
They have just dinked and dunked the Bronx to death in this ball game. Still 14-10. Bronx bringing the heat again. He rolls to his right. Hayes on the move. Under pressure, gets hit. And down he goes. The ball is out. The Bronx dive on top of it. Who's got it?
Are they calling him down?
I think they're calling him down. I think that's the correct call.
4th down, though. It's going to be 4th and
they'll punt.
16, 4th
Well, the
and
Bronx
15.
finally got some heat on the quarterback. I thought the ball had come out. It had not. So 4th and 14, and East will be forced to punt.
Yeah, it came out when he hit the ground, so good call by the officials.
But the Bronx finally got to the quarterback.
But Schlabs is the punter, so
watch out.
Anything could happen here.
So it's Kentner back to receive the punt. This is great fake punt territory if you think you can get 14 or 15 yards. They're not going to take the chance and kick it away, and he kicks it away from Kentner. It goes out of bounds near the 10-yard line, I think. About the 10?
Yep,
right at the 10. So they weren't taking any chances to kick that away to Kentner. So the Bronx defense holds. Hey,
they
hold on the first drive. They go 3 minutes with the ball and don't get anything out of it. And the Bronx get a stop. They finally got to the quarterback. That's the second sack. The first sack ended the first half. And now the Bronx will go back to work, 1st and 10 on their own 10.
Cheyenne East has run 49 offensive plays to Sheridan's 26. Almost doubled them up.
Snap to Kuhn, running left, up the middle of the field. Oh, he almost broke it. He's going to have 10 yards to the 20. Ooh, that's about a step and a half away from being a long sprint.
Great block made inside. I think that was Chance Larson who made the big block.
They don't call it a first down. It's a gain of 9. So it's 2nd and short for the Bronx, just inside their own 20. And it'll be Colson again. Trying a little misdirection this time. He'll have the first down out across the 25 to about the 27, 28-yard line. They lined everything up to come to the right, and he went to the left, if you want to call it a little misdirection. And they will spot the ball at the Bronx 28-yard line. 8:18 to play, clock running 3rd quarter, 14-10 East. In the shootout that might have been predicted, has not transpired yet anyway. On 1st and 10. And the carry is going to go to Grooms. He's going to be driven back. Got a couple to the 30. Just a straight handoff from Colson that time. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 coming
East
for the Bronx.
Really gang tackling.
Ball spotted at the 30-yard, Bronx 30. 2nd and 8. 7.5 to go in the 3rd. This has been a quick ball game. Steele will go in motion to the far side of the field. Give it to Kuhn. Of course, on the snap, he's going to run with it. There's not a whole lot there. He's just going to keep breaking tackles, though, to near the 35-yard line. Boy, you talk about getting something when there wasn't a whole lot there. Now 3rd and about, 3?
Yeah, his lower half is so powerful that 2 or 3 guys are hanging, and he's just pushing forward for more yards.
So 3rd and 3 for the Bronx. The ball just inside their own 35. Big 3rd down play here for the Bronx. The clock continues to run 3rd quarter on the Range scoreboard. 6:50 to go. And the Bronx going to a big shift here to the right side. 14-10 Bronx down. Snap to Kuhn. From the backside, they miss him. Now he's got a first down and more. Breaks into the clear at midfield. Still on his feet, gets a block. At the 40, 35-30. Look out at the 20, and he's down at the 15-yard line.
No flags down.
Oh, my goodness, what a run.
Just
wow,
ducking and diving and shimmying and shaking, wasn't he?
We have all seen that all season long. For the last 2 years, we've seen that. What a run. 1st and 10 Bronx at the 14-yard line of East.
Now they got to punch one in.
Here comes that big shift again to the right side with the 3 wide receivers. And now the play will come in from the sidelines.
10 seconds left on the play clock.
And Colson takes a look. And we'll take the snap. He's going to go right up the middle with it. Leading blockers, 10, 5. Touchdown, Colson Kuhn, and the Bronx are back out in front. Nobody touched him. No one laid a glove on him. With 5:57 to go in the third, I think maybe Cheyenne woke up somebody. Because that was very efficient, and that was classic Bronx football, those last 2 plays. Kuhn from 14 yards, and now Colson for the point after, as the Bronx will get the lead. And here's the extra point attempt. Again, Dane Steele holds, and the kick is on the way. It is up, and it is good. With 5:57 to play in the third quarter, the Bronx are back in front. On the range scoreboard, it's Sheridan 17, East 14. You're listening to Bronx Football on KLBU-YO and 106.9 FM.
Planning a project that requires block, brick, or stone? You need to contact the folks at Thompson Master Masons. They have the largest selection of brick and stone in town and 38 years of experience behind their work. Chances are, if it could be done, they've done it. Let Thompson's help you choose the best application for your specific project. Residential or commercial, give Thompson Master Masons a call, 672-7971. Or stop by their showroom at 135 East 11th Street.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Well, if you're going to script the way the second half was going to start for the Bronx, they got to stop, forced a punt, went 90 yards for the score in those last 2 runs, especially the long run. That was a classic and vintage Colson Kuhn right there. That's just how he ran the ball all year.
Yeah, that's more of a Sheridan-type drive.
Yep.
6 plays, 90 yards with a long run in there from Kuhn.
Wow. Breaking tackles, smashing into guys, getting great blocks downfield. And now Gilby to kick it away. Low line drive on the bounce. Gets away from Kazis, will retreat, pick it up at the 3 and keep it. Now he's going to dance around a little bit and get upended at the 14-yard line and driven back to the 11. Progress to the 14. Great coverage again by the Bronx.
I like the way that he kind of kicked that low and it bounced hard in front of the receiver.
Hard to field that thing.
Yeah, really hard to field that.
So the Bronx lead at 17-14. East now, boy, they have been a machine. The Bronx did get a stop and forced them to punt, but they have been tough.
Well, we finally put some pressure on the quarterback.
Finally got him. Got him when they had to.
I think we've had 2 sacks today.
First and 10 for East from their own 14. Hayes to throw. Hayes in trouble. Back inside the 5. They got him, and down he goes. Back at the 2-yard line.
2-yard line. Woo!
Said the ball was out. The Bronx think they had it. Nope, they don't. They'll just give it to him. Who got him?
It was Dane Steele.
Dane got him, and Dane had the ball. He's like, hey, this should be a touchdown. The referee said nope. Back to the 2-yard line. 2nd and long for East as they get another sack.
2nd and 23.
Wow. Well, they'll go quarterback keeper to Hayes to about the 5, and that'll bring up 3rd and what? 3rd about 19?
The way they throw the ball, Trev,
I know, it's scary.
This is not, it's going to be 3rd and 20.
3rd and 20 from the 5-yard line. 3rd and 20? 3rd and 20 for East at their own 5-yard line. And they're going to give it to Jackson. He's going to be hit and dropped at the 9. And now the Bronx might have a chance to flip the field here a little bit.
Yeah, they're going to have to punch out of the end zone. So.
Wow. A big sack by Dane Steele to the 2-yard line. That's back-to-back sacks stopped East drives.
Kettner and Steele are both going to go back for this one.
Well, if this is fieldable.
Schlabs is not going to kick it. It's going to be Colby Olson.
So Schlabs will not punt. Olson, low snap. He will gather it in. Just barely got it away. It's a shank. And the Bronx should get pretty good field position. He got lucky on a great bounce out to the 42-yard line, but still, that was almost, it hit the ground in front of the punter, and he barely got that off. It got a great bounce. But the Bronx are back in business now at the 42-yard line of Cheyenne East. That got a little dicey for the punter.
And on those, that's kind of a scary for the return team, too, because you don't know which direction the ball is going to bounce. You don't want it to bounce off of you.
So that's when everybody starts screaming, find it and get out of the way. So 1st and 10 for the Bronx at the East 42. And Kuhn sets his guys and ready to go. Taryn Grooms a lot of the backfield with him. Here comes that big shift to the right side with those wide receivers. And Colson gets a high snap, going to try to run with it. They get him from the backside, got back to the line of scrimmage. Again, that high snap threw that timing off, and the defender got him from behind. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 coming for the Bronx.
Good play from Colby Olson. He was the last one that he punted that ball. Now he makes the defensive play.
2nd and 10 for the Bronx. 3 wides to the far side. Now they'll look at the sidelines to get a play coming in. 3:38 to go, clock running, 3rd quarter. 17-14 Bronx. And they've got it 2nd and 10 at the East 42. Going to throw on the run. Got a man. It's going to be caught. Breaking tackles. Is it Steele or Kettner?
Steele.
And it's Dane Steele for a first down to the 26. And you know what I like about that? It's a sprint out by Colson. Looks like he's going to run the ball. Then he just pulls it up and fires it downfield. And Steele makes the catch. First down for the Bronx at the 26 now of Cheyenne East.
A better throw than he made last week.
Yes, much better.
But it keeps East on their toes defensively.
It sure does. Colson will run this time right up the middle to the 20. Gain of 6. Bronx moving right now with a purpose.
Actually, they're going to mark him at the 21, aren't they? Yep.
So it's gain of 5. 2nd and 5 coming for the Bronx.
Under 3 to go here in the 3rd. This game is moving.
It is flying by. Colson ready to go again. Now look, bring a play in from the sidelines. Here it comes. Grooms will line up to his left. 3 wides to the near side.
How'd you like to have a lead blocker like Taryn Grooms every play?
Well, it's a battering ram.
He's a tough kid.
And Taryn's going to get the ball this time. There's not a whole lot there, but he'll cut back and take it to the 15 and a first down. Oh, he stayed on his feet. Nice run by Taryn Grooms.
Oh, they're going to mark him a yard short.
Ooh. They marked him 2 yards. Wow. Bad spot. Well, it's 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
Wow, I thought he had plenty. So 3rd and 1 for the Bronx at the 17-yard line of Cheyenne East. Exactly 2 minutes to play, clock running, 3rd quarter. 17-14 Bronx lead on the range scoreboard. 3rd and a yard from the 17-yard line of East. And a bad snap. Kuhn gets hit, and they're going to lose big yardage back outside the 25. Doggone it. Bad snap. Bad timing for the snap. That brings up 4th down. 4th and 9. 4th and 11.
Yeah, 4th and 11.
Wow. Well, this went south in a heartbeat. Ugly.
Are they going to try to kick another field goal here?
Be a good spot for, I don't know if it's a good spot for a fake or not. It'd be a 44-yarder right in the middle of the field. 44-yard field goal.
They're not back very far, are they?
Nope. 44-yard attempt for Kuhn. Again, he's got plenty of leg. And here's the 44-yarder. And it is good! Colson Kuhn from 43 yards, officially. And the Bronx extend the lead with 1:02 to go in the third. On the range scoreboard, it's Sheridan 20, East 14. You're listening to Bronx football on KWYO and 106.9 FM.
The law offices of Chapman, Valdez, and Lansing has offices in Sheridan and Casper ready to protect the freedoms and rights of the citizens of Wyoming. Michael Lansing, McCole Soto, and Wade McCool provide competent local legal counsel focused on small businesses, real estate transactions, guardianships, employee protections, and personal injury. Michael, McCole, and Wade will aggressively, timely, and ethically protect your rights 24/7. Proud to support all local youth activities.
This is Troy Baker with Hammer Chevrolet, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, you'd love to have 7 out of that drive. It was 3rd and 1, and a bad snap took him out of that. But Colson hit the 44-yard field goal, officially 44 yards.
Boy, his longest this year was 21 yards. I mean, obviously they didn't attempt a lot.
Yeah.
He does have a great leg.
So he's hit from, 41 and 44.
Yep.
20-14 Bronx. Yeah, they'd love to have the touchdown, but they got some points. 1:02 to play third quarter. And Gilbertson, another low line drive. This one, Kazis fumbles again into the end zone. East will have it. Actually, was it? Yeah, it was Kazis, wasn't it?
Went right through his hands into the end zone. That's a touchback.
So East will have it at their own 20-yard line. Well, the Bronx have 2 stops in a row. Go out and get another one, D. Right?
That's right.
Go get another one.
They have 3 sacks in the ball game. A couple of those are by Alex Haswell.
And we'll see how East plays it now. Do they go back to the original deal here, or go back to that short passing game, or do they panic a little bit? Let's see how they play it. Empty backfield from the 20. Hayes to throw. Looks to the outside. It's a bubble screen out to Jackson, and he's cut down at the 21. Short gain. Nice open field tackle.
Great job by Steele.
So a gain of a yard. Well, they're going to actually give him 2. 2nd and 8 coming for East. From the 22-yard line, Hayes to throw underneath. It is going to be caught out there. And it's going to be a first down out to the 35-yard line.
Nathan Mirich.
So Mirich with a catch at the 35-yard line for a first down for East.
That was a nicely designed play where he faked one way, turned, fired it back across the field.
4 wides in the set for East from their own 35. 20 seconds to play, third quarter clock running. Jackson in motion. Jet sweep to the running back. Will cut back and be dropped at the 38 or 39-yard line. They'll give him the 38. And that will be the final play of the third quarter. We go to the fourth. On the range scoreboard, it's Sheridan 20, Cheyenne East 14. You're listening to Bronx football on KWYO, 1410 KWYO, and 106.9 FM.
1 season, 2 halves, 4 quarters, 1 halftime, 1 final whistle. A season of memories to last a lifetime. Don't let distractions turn those memories into tragedies. Texting while driving is a dangerous distraction. Sending or reading a text takes your eyes off the road for 5 seconds. At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving the length of an entire football field with your eyes closed. Whether you're driving to the game or down the court, YDOT reminds you to stop the text and stop the wrecks.
Paid for by YDOT Federal 402 funding.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody, to War Memorial Stadium. 12 minutes to play in regulation. We go to the final quarter of the football season. 20-14, Bronx lead it. East will come back out on the field second and about 3 from the Bronx 38. Excuse me, from their own 38. So second and, let's call it second and what? 7.
Yeah,
second and 7. Second and 7 for East from their own 38. Jackson this time will stay in the backfield with Hayes. Hayes rolling out to his right. Still looking to throw. Now going to run around back there. Reverse field back to the left. Now he'll throw it, and he'll just throw it away.
3rd and 8. 3rd and 7.
He had a receiver out there, but I think that was the smart move. Hayes just threw it away. Yep. So 3rd and 8 coming. Or 3rd and 7, excuse me, for East at their own 38. Empty backfield, 5 wides in the set. Hayes to throw. Looks over the middle. Got a man. It's going to be caught across midfield and more. Oh, big play for East coming. It's a foot race, and he'll be taken down inside the 20-yard line. They hit a big one. All the way down to the 18-yard line of the Bronx.
Jacob Culver.
And they put him down at the 19.
Is there a flag down? I don't see
a flag. There's a flag.
There is a flag. There's a flag, right? It's a sideline warning.
It's a sideline warning on Cheyenne East.
If they made contact, that's going to be 15.
I don't think they're going to call a penalty here, are they? No. It's going to be East ball at the Bronx 19, so it's a sideline warning. And now the officials are huddling together.
They're talking about it right now. Because if they made contact with the official,
they're telling you know what? If I'm the East coaches, I get my butt back on the sidelines. Because you don't want to test these officials anymore. So first down for East at the Bronx 19.
Yeah, just a sideline warning.
So 1st and 10 for East at the Bronx 19. Bronx lead at 20-14. Just underway in the fourth quarter. Well, see if the D can dig in.
Make a play.
Jet sweep. And they will take it to about the 11-yard line. It was Schlabs on the carry to about the 11.
Cody Dunham makes the tackle, forcing him out of bounds.
They'll spot the ball at the Bronx 11. Gain of 8. 2nd and 2 coming for Cheyenne East. Hayes bobbles a snap, rolling left, steps back, dumps it off, has a man at the 9-yard line, 10-yard line before he's dropped there. It'll be 3rd and about a yard at the 10.
I think he's going to, short of the first down.
So 3rd and a yard for East, so we'll have 2 cracks at it from here, right?
I would think, yeah, for sure.
3rd and a yard at the Bronx 10. Hayes going to give it to Jackson. He'll have the first down, diving forward to about the 8. And it'll be 1st and goal for Cheyenne East at the Bronx 8-yard line.
Defense makes a couple changes on the D-line.
So 1st and goal for East at the Bronx 8-yard line. Jackson in the backfield with Hayes. Give it to Jackson for a yard.
Fumble!
Ball's out! Ball's out!
And the Bronx recover.
They haven't pointed yet.
That is, oh my goodness, they're giving it to East.
Oh boy.
That was a definite fumble.
Let's see this. We're going to get the replay right now. Oh, that thing is out. Oh, that is so bad. That is so bad. That is a horrible non-call. The whole stadium just saw the replay. Wow, that's bad. That was out big time. East
dodges a bullet.
2nd and goal. You got to be kidding me. Hayes to throw. Hayes flush to the right. Going to throw underneath, incomplete. I cannot believe they called that a runner down. Wow. The whole stadium saw the replay on the big board, and everybody was booing. The Cheyenne crowd was making no noise at all because they knew it was out too. Wow. 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line now for East. You got to be kidding me. That fumble was right out in the open. Hayes ready to go. Kazis will go in motion to the far side. Now a timeout's going to be called by Cheyenne East. They want to talk it over. We'll get a break. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWY on 106.9 FM.
When it comes to printed, embroidered, or promotional product needs, there's only one choice in and around Sheridan County. That's Kilpatrick Creations on Brundage Street in Sheridan. Our knowledge and experience puts us ahead of all others. Our expertise guarantees you a quality and affordable product each and every time. Our pricing is fair and consistent, our garment selection is extensive, and our quality is unmatched. So for your next screen printed, embroidered, or promotional product order, go straight to the experts at Kilpatrick Creations. Remember, we're here to make you look good.
This is State Senator Dave Kinski, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, the Sheridan Bronx looking to get a stop here. You know what? A couple of fumbles tonight by Cheyenne East were not called, but there's not a dang thing you can do about it.
Yep,
and that last one was egregious. But it is 3rd and goal for East from the Bronx 8.
They're going to dial something up here. Watch something like a Philly special right here. Third down.
They got a lot of athletes out there.
They do.
It's hard to find everybody. Here's 3rd and 8 for East at the Sheridan 8-yard line. On 3rd and goal, Hayes to throw, and he's got a man incomplete. Now it's 4th down. They got to kick a field goal, don't they?
Well, we'll see what they do here.
It looks like the kicking team's coming out. Great defensive stand after giving up the big pass play and then getting jobbed on the fumble. But great defensive play.
And Brendan Bowman, 5 of 8 on the year, 35-yard is his long, and this is going to be
This is a chip shot, 25-yarder.
Yep.
25-yard field goal attempt from the right hash mark. Kick is up, and the kick is good with 9:49 to play in the ball game. On the Range scoreboard, it's Sheridan 20, East 17. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWYO and 106.9
Loans
FM.
can help people when they need money. Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union makes loans. So does that mean Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union helps people? You bet it does. That's what it's all about. When you're a credit union member, that means you're also an owner. And practically anyone in the Sheridan area can be a member by becoming a customer. At Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union, located at 141 South Gould, member NCUA, equal housing lender.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, the Bronx will get the kick. Time to go back to work, boys. They've been a complete different look for the Bronx in this second half. But again, not getting a whole lot of attempts.
What do you
They've
think?
been long drives, and both teams have eaten up a lot of clock.
Do you think Sheridan should move Kettner and Steele up to the up receivers?
I don't know.
I mean,
it's just
Kettner's going to stand about the 22-yard line, and Steele's going back a little bit.
They're moving everybody up. The Bronx are going, you know what?
They might onside
kick it here. The Bronx are ready for it.
And it's Bowman, the field goal kicker.
They haven't kicked it deep all night. And they will, a short pooch kick almost, and it's called for a fair catch. The Bronx will have it at their own 40. Nice play by Berrettini.
Great work.
So the Bronx will have great field position at their own 40-yard line. And look, Easton, you know what? There have been other teams over the years that have gotten bravado, used the bravado, and kicked away to the Bronx and been burned. They're actually where are they putting the ball at? 40-yard line.
Yep.
And have been burned. And East is not taking any chances tonight in the kicking game. 1st and 10, Bronx on their own 40. Bronx lead 20-17. 9:48 to play, fourth quarter on the Range scoreboard. Here was that wide receiver shift to the right side. And Colson Kuhn will take the snap, bouncing to the outside, cuts back at midfield. Now at the 40-yard line, and a big run by Colson. 19-yard run to the 41-yard line of East. Boy, you talk about, man. Whole different running attack in the second half, right, boys?
It's crazy.
Unbelievable how they flipped the switch over. Wow.
We've had some high snaps here tonight. We've got to really pay attention there.
Again, same lineup, same setup, and Colson again. This time makes a man miss and dives forward for about 3. There wasn't much there. You think somebody wants it tonight?
Yeah.
He planted his feet after he was going down and just jumped as far as he could and got 3. 2nd and 7 for the Bronx. The ball spotted at the East 38. 9 minutes to go. Clock running, fourth quarter. Bronx again lead 20-17 on the Range scoreboard.
It's a 3-point game. It's whoever digs deep here, right?
Man. Colson ready to go again. All the blocking and the power to the right side. They're going to give it to Colson right up the middle, and he pounds forward. It'll be 3rd about 2. 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2.
3rd and a long 2.
Well, you got 2 shots out of here. The Bronx aren't going to punt or settle for another field goal. The ball going to be spotted at the East 34-yard line. 3rd and 3.
The offensive line has got to get hat on hat here.
So 3rd and 3 at the East 34-yard line. Same play. Big hole. First down and more to the 26.
Oh, boy. And Colson just stumbled on the turf, didn't he? Just about where he was going to get some momentum going. Turf monster got him, and down he went.
It was one of those spots where you said he was going to plant his foot, and he was going to go. First down for the Bronx at the 26 of East. Clock continues to run now, under 8 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. First and 10 from the East 26. Colson again, you bet, up the gut. Just hammers his way forward to about the, 18-yard line?
A gain of about 5,
wow.
Wasn't it? 4 or 5. Colson now with 30 carries in the ballgame. That's more than he had the entire game last week.
Well, you know what? There ain't no tomorrow, babe.
Right.
You know what? You can sleep tomorrow, bud.
30 carries for
wrestling practice doesn't start for a while, and I'm sure they'll let you have a few days off. Wow. So let's call it 2nd and 6, a gain of 4 in that last play inside the 25-yard line. That wide receiver shift this time will come to the wide side of the field or the left-hand side of the formation. And it'll be Colson again, pounding his way, gets tripped up across the 20, and he will be short of the first down by about a yard. And 4th and 1 coming. You got to run that play again, don't you?
I like it.
Just smash it straight ahead. Let's go.
3rd and 1.
Oh, it's 3rd and 1. I thought it was 4th down. Excuse me.
3rd and 1.
3rd and 1 from the 19.
As we approach 6:40 remaining here in the game.
Clock continues to run. Again, the Bronx lead it 20-17. 3rd and a yard at the 19-yard line of East.
Well, now
here comes that big shift again to the left side. And Colson straight ahead, diving, and we'll have the first down at the 17-yard line. It'll be enough for the first down. Wow.
See, yeah, they just now signaled first down.
Well, it was obvious, wasn't it? Even from a couple hundred feet in the air.
Yeah, looked to me like he had it by a full yard and a half.
You know, this stadium's beautiful during the day. Is it beautiful under the lights?
Yeah, it's really cool.
Especially when it's not snowing. We've been here in snowstorms before. Here's a 1st and 10 for the Bronx. At the 17-yard line of East, here comes that big shift again to the formation left. Colson going to run that way again. Smashes his way inside, breaking tackles toward the 5-yard line. Toward the goal line, and he's going to be short at the 1. 1st and goal, Bronx at the East 1-yard line, and that is Colson Kuhn just smashing his way toward the goal line.
Unbelievable power.
Just smashing his way.
Trevor, everybody in this stadium knows that number 5 is getting the ball, and there's nothing they can do about it.
16-yard gain. Just look at that. 4 or 5 guys hitting him, and he just refuses to go down.
And there was a face mask on the play as well, so they're going to go move it half the distance from the 1 to the half-yard line.
So it'll be officially a 1-yard run if we get it in. You know it's not going to be a 1-yard pass. I wonder if number 5 gets it. 1st and goal for the Bronx at the East 1. Here comes that big shift again. To the left-hand side of the formation on 1st and goal from the 1. It'll be Kuhn straight ahead, and he will power his way into the end zone of the Bronx score again. With 5.5 to go in regulation.
And East has 2 timeouts remaining. 5.5 minutes left.
And the extra point will make this a 2-possession game. Make it a 10-point lead for the Bronx and a 2-possession game. I don't know how this is going to end, but you talk about grit and guts.
And just smash-mouth football both ways. Unbelievable.
Wow.
2 really good football teams.
You talk about a gutty performance by the Sheridan Bronx so far. Colson for the point after, and he knocks it through. With 5.5 to go on the Range scoreboard, it's Sheridan 27, East 17. You listen to Bronx football on KWY on 106.9 FM.
Do you have family coming to town and not enough room in your home to accommodate them? Book them a room at the Candlewood Suites in Sheridan. They'll enjoy features like fully equipped kitchens that include a microwave, full-size refrigerator, dishwasher, stovetop, even pots and pans, and free guest laundry. Did I mention the outstanding views of the Bighorns? Book your reservation with the Candlewood Suites and relax knowing they'll feel right at home. Call the Candlewood Suites, 307-675-2100.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, Shane, completely different running game in the second half.
Yeah.
The Bronx held their own in the first half, but they really have come out smashing their way to a 10-point lead.
9 plays, 60-yard drive, 4 minutes and 18 seconds taken off the clock.
Wow. They just absolutely bludgeoned their way down the field that time.
This is two really good football teams. Cheyenne East averages 57 points a game on the season.
And they've got 17 so far. Look, this team's really good, but it's a 2-possession game now for the Bronx with 5.5 to go. Gilbertson will bomb it out of the back of the end zone, and East will have it at their own 20.
Excuse me, they average 48 points a game.
And they got 17
and they
tonight.
have 17. Sheridan averages 43 points a game.
Look, they had 14 points at halftime, and the Bronx have only given up 3 through more than a quarter and a half in the second half. Well, whatever adjustments were made at halftime, it worked. Because I'm telling you what, there's nothing fancy in the running game. It's the same running game. It's just guys blasting people off the ball. You've got 3 wide receivers blocking downfield. You got Taryn Grooms in the backfield, and Colson just running the ball at him.
34 carries for 202 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's a 10-pack for Colson the last 2 weeks.
Hayes to throw underneath. It's incomplete.
Intercepted!
Stop! It's an interception! It's going to be a Brook touchdown! Oh! The ball was tipped and intercepted, and the Bronx score again. Who got it? Did Colson Kuhn intercept that ball?
It was Kuhn.
Colson Kuhn with a pick 6. And we're getting the replay right now in the stadium off the hands of the receiver. Kuhn caught it and took it about 25 yards for the score. It's now 33-17 Bronx. I don't know what the official distance on the pick. 6. Colson for the point after. And in 10 seconds, the lead's going to go from 10 to possibly 17.
27-yard interception return, pick 6.
27 yards, wow. And the extra point is good. Flag down. And let's see what the flag is. And we'll take a look at it here. And the official is going to make the call here. Actually, he's going to run over. It's going to go on East, right? He's going to go over and talk to the Bronx coaches, so that means it's on East. We're just going to take the points, right?
Was the kick good?
I think it was. I don't think you want to go no, take the points, right? Well, here we go. Chop block against the Bronx.
Oh.
So they have to kick it again. And it was, 26 yards, did you say?
Yeah, 27-yard interception. So that's gonna mark it back.
So it'll be a 30-yard point after. Right now it's 33-17 Bronx with 5:20 to go. A chance to double the lead in 10 seconds off the game clock.
This is going to be a 35-yard attempt point after.
Well, he's hit from 40 plus twice. The only thing Colson hasn't done tonight is update the scoreboard. My goodness. Here's the extra point. It is up. You want me to kick it again from 50? Because it'd been good from 50. Right down the middle. 5:20 to go in the ball game. On the Rain scoreboard, it's Sheridan 34, Cheyenne East 17. You're listening to Bronx Football on KWYO on 106.9 FM.
You know what they say, if you're not first, you're last. For all your plumbing demands, choose A-Plus Plumbers and Appliance Repair. Commercial, residential, new construction, remodel jobs, and all repairs in between. A-Plus Plumbers and Appliance Repair, because they are number 1 in a number 2 business. Call 672-9454. That's 672-9454.
This is Troy Baker with Hammer Chevrolet, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. It's been all Sheridan Bronx in the second half. 3 points for Cheyenne East. The Bronx have put up 24. Wow. You talk about a dagger. A coffin nail.
Is
that
it a mindset? Does Sheridan just have
there's something
something over all the other teams?
I get questions like that all the time from people from Cheyenne especially. And it's like, look, you're watching it.
Right.
You're watching how it happens. You just got a group of kids and coaches that believe that they're going to get it done, and by golly, they're going to get it done. They kick it off to Kazis. He'll bring it up the middle of the field and be hammered at the 25-yard line.
Good tackle.
5:13 to go. Bronx lead 34-17.
Kason Wilson with the stick.
And, boy, if you're Chinese, it's hard to kind of pull yourself out of this. That pick six, again, it was off. I think it was Drew Jackson, the running back. It was off his hands right into the breadbasket of Colson Kuhn on the interception. And then, obviously,
he outran Schlabs to the end zone.
Yeah, there was nobody back, obviously, on that play. And that might have finished it. So they get back-to-back touchdowns in the span of 10 seconds to bump the lead, to double up. Cheyenne Central 34, Chinese 34-17. Hayes back to throw. Unloads at the outside. It's going to be caught out there. And a big hit. The ball comes out. Drop ball, I think, isn't it? Or they're going to say out of bounds. And a flag flies. Somebody said something. I think it's going to go against the Bronx. It'll be unsportsmanlike probably, huh? I thought that ball was out. And one of the Bronx said something to the referee. I think they thought they had the fumble as the ball came out. Let's see a replay. They're going to go over and talk to the Sheridan coaches now. The referee's running over to talk to, well, it's going to go against the Bronx. It'll be unsportsmanlike.
That'll move the ball into Bronx territory. This is not over yet.
It's not over yet with 5 minutes to go. We're not going to get a replay on that last play.
And Jeff Mowry had to call a timeout last week and ask the Bronx, hey, keep your composure, keep your head.
Don't say anything. So, it'll be 1st and 10 East at the Bronx 48 after they mark off 15. After the catch, Hayes to throw again. Hayes with time. Now he's going to dance around. Still with time. Looks downfield. Throws one up for grabs, and it's out of play. Nobody had a shot at it.
Good coverage downfield by the Bronx.
They were after Schlabs. It was doubled, and then Colson Kuhn also stepped into the picture. So it was almost triple coverage. I think Berrettini was back there along with, who's along this side? Is it Lynn? So 2nd down and 10 for East at the Bronx 48 with just under 5 to go in the Bronx, leading at 34-17. Hayes to throw again. Looking. Throws it to the outside. It's going to be dropped incomplete. He wanted Jackson, I believe, and he dropped the football.
You haven't seen that all night long. But now that the pressure is building.
Yep. Well, you saw the touchdown, and then you saw the deflection for the pick six. And I'm telling you, the Bronx held this team to 3 points in the second half so far. Pretty dang impressive. Whatever happened at halftime, the Bronx got the mojo working again. They have dominated the second half. Hayes under pressure again. And they're coming after him. Had a big hold in the backfield, didn't get the flag. Hayes running around. Hayes is just going to take off and run, and they'll drop him. He'll have a first down at about the 38-yard line of the Bronx. But there was a big hold, and it was right in front of the referee, too. I'm not sure who was coming around that backside to get him, but it was awful close. 1st and 10 for East at the Bronx 36-yard line. Hayes rolling to his right this time. Looking. Now he'll go back to the left. Still looking. Going to chuck and throw, incomplete. 4:26 to go in the ball game. 34-17 Bronx. You know what? You just got to love the spot you're in right now if you're Sheridan, right? If you're blue and gold, if you're cheering blue and gold, you feel like you're in a good spot right now. You got a 17-point lead with 4:26 to go. Well, it's touchdowns and onside kicks for East. That's all they can hope for. 5 wides in the set on 2nd and 10. Bronx are going to bring the heat. Hayes looking, steps up, got a man. It's going to be caught in the middle of the field, and a big gain inside the Bronx 10-yard line and down to the 8-yard line.
Culver again. Boy, he's had some big catches. That's his 7th catch.
Yeah, we talked about Kazis and Schlabs, but he's had some big catches tonight.
That's a guy that you don't even hear much about throughout the whole season.
Hayes to throw again. On 1st and goal, rolling, got a man wide open in the end zone to be caught for a touchdown.
And it's Culver.
So with 4:05 to go, East.
They're going to try to make this a 10-point game again.
Well, Bronx got to get some first downs now offensively. So they will come on for the point after, or they're going to keep the offense out there. You go for two? You don't go for two, do you? Oh, maybe you do. They're going to go for two. It looks like, aren't they? Or the kicker come on? Nope, quarterback came back on. And they'll go for two.
Try to make it a 9-point game?
Yep. 34-23 right now. East will go for two. Quarterback in trouble. Quarterback is going to just chuck it up in the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete, and they're going to call pass interference on the Bronx. Hayes was going down and just threw the ball up in the air. It ended up coming towards a receiver, and the officials are going to call contact back there. They're going to have another shot at it. There's an East player down on the field.
It's Cam Hayes. He's going to have to come out for this. No, he's going to have to come out. The coaches came on the field. Don't they have to come out? Doesn't he have to come out?
Pass interference against the Bronx. The Bronx right now, Jeff Mowry is lighting up referees saying he's got to come off the field. Their coaches were out there. And I think they're just going to leave Hayes on the field. So 2-point conversion coming. Tell you what, Hayes isn't feeling good right now. Here's the 2-point conversion for East again. Throw. Incomplete. There you go. There's some justice. With 4:05 to go in the ball game on the Range scoreboard, it's Sheridan 34, East 23. You're listening to Bronx football on KWYO and 106.9 FM.
In business, in life, and in community, our values matter.
One of First Federal Bank and Trust core values is honesty and integrity above all else, to do the right things for their staff, customers, and community.
First Federal has been investing in our community for 87 years. We invite you to bank with us and see for yourself the positive impact a local bank makes on our community. First Federal Bank and Trust. Our values drive our business. Online at efirstfederal.bank. Member FDIC.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. The Bronx by 11, 4:05 to go. Ball in your court, Bronx.
They're going to onside.
Finishing off, they're going to onside kick for sure. Jeff Mowry was out during the changeover talking to the referee saying, hey.
That quarterback was hurt. The 3 coaches came on the field. He has to come out for at least one play.
Yep. But they didn't get the 2 points, so.
But he still wants to get it, wants them to get it right.
Well, you should want to get it right if you're an official. They've missed 2 fumbles tonight and that one.
And they're going to onside kick.
Yeah, this is definitely an onside. The Bronx are playing it that way. The Bronx have 10 men within 15 yards of the ball. And here it comes. 4:05 to go. It ain't over yet. East again can score like crazy. Here's the onside kick. The ball is up for grabs, and the Bronx will come down with it at the 46-yard line. Boy, that was a great onside kick. That went high in the air.
Dane Steele covered up Matthew Kettner.
You bet. It's like, hey, buddy, I'll cover you too. And they handshake now after that play. Yeah, as soon as Kettner covered it, Steele dove on top of him. And the Bronx will have it 1st and 10 on their own 45. And right now, all they're thinking is first downs. 4:02 to go. The Bronx lead by 11, 34-23. And Colson Kuhn back out there. Out of the gun. Straight ahead, smashing his way ahead for a first down and more. Wow, the pile moved all the way to the East 40. Are you kidding me?
Down to the 42.
14-yard gain. 13-yard gain. That was, man. Keep the clock moving, baby. What a great, Colson was in there with a whole bunch of Bronx pushing. And again, the Bronx.
Trev, this offensive line had one kid who had played any varsity snaps coming into this season, and look what they're doing. Colson's over 215 again tonight.
and looking for an undefeated season. Wow. This is impressive. Colson again gets hit, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, and spun down at the 37-yard line.
And East,
after the coaches vote,
East wants a timeout.
When the coaches vote, who's going to be the MVP in 4A? I wonder who that's going to be. Timeout on the field. We'll get one as well. You're listening to Bronx Football at KWY on 106.9
Shop like you mean
FM.
it this November at Sheridan Motors. It's our Black Friday sales event all month long. Now's the time to check out Sheridan Motors 2022 and 2023 inventory. Experience the new Ram 1500 and Ram Heavy Duty, best-in-class power and comfort. Test drive a new Jeep Grand Cherokee L, Jeep Wrangler, or Jeep Gladiator. Find out about new incentives, including special financing offers and bonus cash for those who qualify. Visit Sheridan Motors at 3270 Wrench Drive today.
This is State Senator Dave Kinski, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, East burns a timeout. It's all they can do now. 3:10 to go. The Bronx will face a 2nd and 5 from the East 37. I know what the Bronx are thinking. Yeah, we want to get first downs, but I know what those 11 guys on the field are thinking. Let's stick another one in.
Yeah, East has one timeout left now with 3:10 to go.
2nd and 5 of the Bronx. They lead at 34-23 on the range scoreboard. Kuhn again, big yardage, first down, and he'll take it inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line.
The clock will stop momentarily.
Well, they put some more time up on the clock, didn't they? Or did they? Maybe not. 3 minutes to go. Clock running. Bronx lead by 11. 1st and 10.
And now is where you have to watch that play clock and snap it with 3 or 2 seconds left on the play clock. Make sure you get it off. But
so Colson will line up with his guys again. Waiting and waiting and waiting. That play clock winding down. And now they get ready to take the snap. Here it comes. Colson straight ahead. Again, smashing his way ahead for about 7 or 8. Wow.
And there's an East player down. Oh, he's going to get back up.
And the clock will continue to run. Under 2.5 to go. 2nd and 3, a gain of 7 by Colson. And again, he is racking up yardage again. Well, he had that unbelievable thing last week where he had 517 yards, and tonight might be more impressive, especially in the second half.
235 yards tonight.
Wow. 2nd and 3 from the East 22. Colson again. This time he'll try to bounce it to the outside. He gets to the edge. At the 15, will cut back, try to stay in bounds.
And I think he does stay in bounds.
Well, he gets a first down. And I think they're going to blow it like dead at 1:49 to go. And the Bronx will have a first down, and they'll spot it at the East 14-yard line. Hey, go get 6 more. It's a championship, right? Go smash in another one. Because that's the way it's been. Smash, smash, smash in the second half by this Bronx offensive front and those wide receivers. And throw Taryn Grooms in there, too. They have just absolutely pounded on Cheyenne's. Clock is running. Some of those offensive guys coming over to the sidelines. Jeff Mowry still talking to the referee. Maybe the Bronx get a timeout here. They will. 1:24 to go. Bronx lead by 11. They've got a first down at the East 14. When we come back, you're listening to Bronx Football on KWY on 106.9
Why be a nameless
FM.
face at the big box stores when you can visit us at Hospital Pharmacy? Hi, this is Mandolin Meyer. At Hospital Pharmacy, we get to know our customers and their health needs. Keep all your prescriptions in one place with a pharmacist that knows and cares about you. Visit your hometown, family-owned pharmacy at 2 great locations.
Hometown Pharmacy, hometown care at Hospital Pharmacy West.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, going to tell you one thing the Sheridan Bronx team did. They might not be the biggest. They're pretty fast. But in the second half, they have just pummeled Cheyenne East and beaten them down in the ground. They have just beaten them up and down the field with the running game. And now they're, you know what? Punch another one in.
Right.
I don't care. 34-23, minute 24 to go. Yeah, we want to run the clock down. You want to get the victory. Why not put 6 more up? Kuhn ready to go again. First and 10 from the 14. Not a whole lot there. He'll dance around for about 3.
And just runs more time off the clock.
Yep. I think the Bronx can run another play, and then, well, East will call a timeout, stop the clock with 1:15 to go. We'll just keep it here. But what a football season, coming in there was so, I can go back to the first couple of weeks when two-a-days started and talking to Jeff and saying what's going to happen and the coaching staff. And we got so many new faces, so many question marks, even after the first couple of games, question marks. And then all of a sudden, they started to kind of figure it out, and they got going, found their identity. And a team with tons of question marks before the season started is going to run the table and go 12-0. Amazing. And they've come down to Laramie again against an unbelievable football team and just took them to the woodshed in the second half. Wow. 2nd and 8 coming. The ball spotted the 17-yard line, or the 12-yard line of East. But again, not much time left, 1:15 to go. Bronx lead by 11. Kuhn again. And not a whole lot there, but he'll fall forward to about the 9. No turnovers tonight. A couple bad snaps that the Bronx got backed up on, but they overcame that. And now East cannot stop the clock.
It's 3rd down. The Bronx might not be able to just run this out. They
can, can't they?
3rd down. Yeah, they're going to let this thing drop under. They'll have to snap it on 3rd down one time in victory formation.
And then take a knee.
They're going to win this thing, Trev. 29th state title in school history, back-to-back, and the 8th state championship in 13 games played here at War Memorial Stadium since they started playing these.
Just all I'm doing right now, Shane, you can see it. The Bronx all the time, just shaking my head.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a beautiful thing. It has been for years and years and years.
It is unreal.
And this run, since 2009, when we've been playing in Laramie, and the Bronx now celebrating, they huddle around their coach, but this is the 10th trip since 2009, since the state championship games were moved here.
And they're going to be 8 and
2 overall. Back-to-back again.
Unbelievable.
And they are beating.
Really
look at the teams they beat in the games they played that were tight all year. And they're going to beat this team twice? Wow. And they beat them up tonight. They beat up these guys in the second half. And it's a victory formation right now for the Bronx. One snap, and this baby is over, and it becomes official. And a backflip by Colson Kuhn. And that's it. And they could just.
And Maury just got
Gatorade bath. He got 2 Gatorade baths. So the head coach gets soaked. Oh, my goodness. What a celebration on the field for the Bronx. Our very own Kevin Coyle is down there right now in the middle of that scrum. I hope he's okay. Oh, my goodness. What a victory. Oh.
It's 28 degrees on the field. Getting that ice water dumped on you.
I bet it felt great. The best ice water bath you've ever had for the head coach, and now they line up to shake hands. And, boy, East had dreams of coming out, and they did look great early. And, boy, they just didn't have it in the second half. And the Sheridan Bronx put one on them in the second half, and they got Colson Kuhn going, and the offensive line and those receivers blocking for him, and that was it, baby.
200.
Oh, we got a little fight going in the handshake line. I don't know what that was about.
Right.
One of the East players took a swing at somebody, or maybe not. I don't know what happened. But Colson Kuhn pulled somebody back, and now this East player is throwing a fit. Now the head coach is coming after him. Wow. And he's trying to calm him down. He's that upset. You don't like to see that at the end of a game. They're going to have to calm that young man down.
Yeah, the kid's a senior.
Well, someone's got to win, somebody's got to lose, baby. And the Sheridan Bronx come here, they break a lot of hearts. And they just did it again to Cheyenne East. And, boy, the Sheridan Bronx have had some celebrations on this field, haven't they, with their fans? And they're going to have another one right now. Coming up, we'll have our post-game show. Also coming up, James Timberlake back in our studios. He's getting the highlight show revved up, and we'll get that thing going. It was awesome. The Sheridan Bronx down at halftime 14-10 and come back and win the 4A state championship 34-23 against Cheyenne East. We'll get a break. We'll come back. We'll take a look at the final stat totals. Another impressive night for Colson Kuhn. And I'm telling you what, the last 2 weeks have been very impressive for that young man and the Sheridan Bronc offensive team. We'll get a break. Come back with more at War Memorial Stadium, where your Sheridan Broncs are the 2022 state champs.
WWC Engineering is a multidisciplinary professional firm specializing in civil, site, environmental, and land development, mining, oil and gas, and so many more services. Winter puts the brakes on many types of construction work. A well-executed project requires detailed planning, which can take months. Get yourself prepared. The winter is a great time to survey your upcoming projects for the spring. WWC Engineering will be there to take on your toughest jobs. Call 672-0761 or visit wwcengineering.com.
When you're ready to take the next step with your business, you need a partner you can trust. Hi, I'm David Hubert from First Bank of Wyoming. Team up with our local commercial lenders who know this community and strive to build lasting relationships focused on your success. Call us at 672-1733 or stop by our office at 1470 Sugarland Drive, Suite 2 to get started today. First Bank of Wyoming, Division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Kyla Allen with ERA Carroll Realty, inviting your kiddos to enter the coloring contests inside our November Real Estate Guide. We had so many entries with our October guide, we're doing it again this month. We have 4 age groups, and each age group will win 3 prizes. Color the turkey inside the Real Estate Guide and drop it off at our office. The ERA Carroll Realty Real Estate Guide is in racks around town or in the stand in front of our office at 306 North Main in Sheridan.
Are you ready to begin your college journey but aren't sure where to start? Sheridan College will help guide you every step of the way. Stop by anytime, Monday through Friday during business hours to meet with an enrollment expert to answer any questions you may have. With over 50 programs of study, there's truly something for everyone. For a complete list of degree programs, go to sheridan.edu. Registration is now open for the spring and summer semesters. Classes begin January 23rd. Sheridan College, begin your journey. Brand identity is an integral part of your company. It's how the public views your organization and relates to your business. The folks at Alpha Graphics are experts in helping you grow your brand through strategic and consistent marketing plans. Their goal is to help you get noticed and get business. Go to alphagraphicssheridan.com to request a quote today, or stop by their new location at 2266 North Main Street in Sheridan.
It's going to be a great year for Sheridan Broncs this year. Looking forward to a winning season. Hard to beat a team that's working together and with a winning spirit like the best team, EXP Realty. We strive to give you the best, whether it's buying or selling. And the Sheridan Broncs strive to give you the best high school football in the state of Wyoming. We are heading to a great season in high school football, and the Sheridan Broncs are the best in bringing you home the win. If you're looking to score a touchdown, call Jack and Kathleen Wood at Best Real Estate EXP Realty at 307-763-1249.
This is the First Federal postgame show. We'll be back to wrap up tonight's game right after this from First Federal.
In business, in life, and in community, our values matter.
One of First Federal Bank and Trust core values is honesty and integrity above all else, to do the right things for their staff, customers, and community.
First Federal has been investing in our community for 87 years. We invite you to bank with us and see for yourself the positive impact a local bank makes on our community. First Federal Bank and Trust. Our values drive our business. Online at efirstfederal.bank. Member FDIC.
And welcome back to War Memorial Stadium, everybody, and the Sheridan crowd with there's a lot of people down there with the team, and they can stay there all night if they want, and they'll stay there for a while enjoying this. Well, 34-23, the Broncs are down 14-10 at halftime and end up putting one on East in the second half. They got the running game going, and East just had no answer to slow it down, and Broncs just pounded them in the second half on their way to the state championship back-to-back. And, wow. The thing about it is, you look at over the years, the teams that they have beaten down here, they've beaten some really, really good teams, and that is a fabulous Cheyenne East team.
Oh, yeah.
And their only 2 losses this year to the Sheridan Broncs. And when it mattered most, the Bronx came through in the second half. They found it somehow, offensively and defensively, found a way to slow them down. And it started opening drive, forced them to punt, came back and scored, and that started the ball rolling. They got the lead, never gave it up.
It was unbelievable. The way the offensive line pulled together in the second half and just created enough space for Colson to do his thing.
And he only needs is a little bit.
He only needs a little bit. But they created just enough space to allow him. He only had, one or two big runs the whole game. Yeah. Everything was 5-6 yards. He carried the ball 41 times, but he averaged just 6 yards a carry.
Yeah.
A lot different than last week.
Let's take a look at the stats, though, because in the final stats of the last 2 weeks for the semifinal and final are crazy.
Well, if you take a look at the total stats, Cheyenne East had 383 total yards of offense. Sheridan just 338.
Okay.
But, Sheridan just did more with their offensive opportunities. Passing wise, Cam Hayes 30 of 40 for 278 yards and 2 touchdowns, 75% completion. Most of he spread the ball around. 11 catches for Schlabs for 79 yards, 8 catches for Culver for 111 yards. Mirich had 7 catches for 65. Drew Jackson had 3 catches for 12. And Dom Cassis 1 catch for 11 yards. He had
1 pick. Not his fault,
right.
But it was a pick 6 that ended up being huge.
And that was huge.
That sealed it.
And, they only ran the ball 31 times for 105 yards. Drew Jackson had 62 yards and the 1 touchdown. And then if you take a look at Sheridan's offense, 3 of 6 passing, 39 yards through the air. Everything else was done on the ground. They had 299 yards rushing on 48 attempts for the game. Obviously, Colson did most of the damage, 248 yards and 3 touchdowns, and had a defensive touchdown as well for his 4th touchdown.
And 2 field goals?
And he kicked the field goals. 775 yards, 10 offensive touchdowns, and 1 defensive touchdown in 2 games.
In the semifinal and finals.
Yeah. Against
775 yards.
Right. That's pretty impressive.
That's just almost unheard of, isn't it? Isn't that crazy?
Just an unbelievable football player. You really like how the Sheridan Bronx coaching staff designed game plans to allow him to do that.
To everyone.
Yeah, you bet.
He allows whatever the game plan is, they get it done with it. It has just been, I've been watching this for so long. There have been so many state championships over the years. And all I can do, I just sit here, Shane, and and you and I have been here for a lot of
long
these.
Time.
Just shake our head. I just shake my head going, man, they did it again. And they do it in different ways. In this group, so many question marks coming into the season. And they came together and rattled off 12 consecutive victories, and they had to really work for it. They had some big games against some really, really good teams, and they won each and every one of them. Well, we're going to relive this one. The highlight show is coming up next, and that is on the way.
It's time for the Blodorn Lumber Highlight Show. Stay tuned for all the action from tonight's game right after this from Blodorn Lumber.
Sheridan's oldest continuous lumber company, Blodorn Lumber, is open 7 days a week for your convenience. 7:30 to 6 during the week, Saturdays from 8 to 5, and Sundays from 9 to 2. Have questions about your home project, new construction, or tools? Stop by Blodorn Lumber in Sheridan. They're always happy to help you out. Blodorn Lumber, located at 860 Riverside Street, or call them at 307-672-2471. Serving Sheridan since 1957.
And welcome back, everybody. We go to the highlight show now, and the Bronx got on the board first with 7:51 to go in the first quarter. Colson Kuhn would score from 15 yards out, and the Bronx would lead 7-0. Kuhn ready to take the snap again. Crooms will stand to his left, and Taryn's going to get the ball. No, he's not. Kuhn will pull it back. Heads inside the 5. Touchdown, Bronx, Colson Kuhn. And Colson, well, they got started off on the right foot, and it was Cheyenne East coming back to tie the game up. with 2:44 to go in the first, Drew Jackson scored from 2 yards out, and it was 7-7. Then we went to the second, and Cheyenne East would get the lead. Hayes hit Schlabs on a 3-yard pass, and the point after was good, and they would lead 14-7. And then the Bronx would get a 41-yard field goal from Colson Kuhn to make it a 17-10 ball game, and that's where we were at halftime. We go to the second half, and that's where the Bronx just took charge. They got a stop of Cheyenne East, forced them to punt on the opening drive of the second half, and then the Bronx got the ball back, and down the field they went with 5:57 to go in the third. Colson Kuhn from 14 yards, and the Bronx took the lead at 17-14. And Colson takes a look. And we'll take the snap. He's going to go right up the middle with it. Leading blockers 10-5. Touchdown, Colson Kuhn, and the Bronx are back out in front. And that would be a lead, my friends. They would not give up. Kuhn would hit a 44-yard field goal with 1:02 to play in the third quarter. And we went to the fourth with the Bronx leading at 20-14. East would get a field goal with 9:48 left in regulation from Bowman from 25 yards to make it 20-17, but the Bronx then were able to put this thing away with 5.5 to go. Colson Kuhn would score on a 1-yard touchdown run to the left-hand side of the formation on 1st and goal from the 1. It'll be Kuhn straight ahead, and he will power his way into the end zone, and the Bronx score again. And the Bronx up at that point 27-17. And then on the very next play, right after the kickoff, it was an interception return for a touchdown with 5:20 to go in the ball game. Colson Kuhn got a tip pass, goes 27 yards, got the point after. The Bronx led 34-17. Hayes to throw underneath. It's incomplete.
Intercepted!
It's an interception. It's going to be a Brook. Touchdown! Oh! The ball was tipped after the Bronx score again. And again, that was Colson Kuhn, by the way, right through the hands of the receiver, right to Colson. He takes it in, 34-17. A late score from Cheyenne East with 4:05 to go to make it 34-23, and that's how this thing would end. But the Bronx win it again, and it has been spectacular. What a season! 12-0, and again they walk off the stadium here, off the field at the stadium at War Memorial Stadium as the winners. They've been here 10 times, 8-2 all time.
8-2, the most wins here
by far.
2 more state championships brought home to Sheridan County.
Bighorn yesterday.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Bighorn yesterday in fabulous fashion. Craziness at the end of that game. Just a wild finish. And tonight the Sheridan Bronx, again, just took charge in the second half, especially in that fourth quarter, and just pounded Cheyenne East with the running game and win it. And, again, a big thank you all the way around. And I want to thank Steve Schreffler. We were not able to bring you the web stream tonight because of the broadcast rights. But Steve was set everything up with our cameras and all the equipment, making it work. And a lot of long nights. Steve, thumbs up. James Timberlake, also with the web streams. James with some play-by-play this year. James running our halftime show and doing all that, and our highlight show as well. All of our great sponsors and everybody, just thank you so much for making this happen, because it was a blast as the Bronx go 12-0, and it's a team effort at Sheridan Media. Ryan Parker was with us for some games this year. He's been with us all weekend long. Shane, we did it again. Another one in the books.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
2 more championships.
I cannot believe it, and enjoy every minute of being here with you, and we'll tee it up again next year.
Yeah, we'll do it again next year. Well, the season will end with a couple more championships coming back to Sheridan County. That's going to wrap it up from War Memorial Stadium, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Trevor Jackson for SheridanMedia.com Sports.
From the First Northern Bank Studio, 1410 AM and 106.9 FM, KWYO, Sheridan.
Information at your fingertips. Finally, put away distractions, especially your phone, so you're better prepared for the unexpected. This message brought to you by WYDOT.
From the First Northern Bank Studio, 106.9 FM is 1410 KWYO.
When I was 14
falling fast for a blue-eyed girl in my homeroom class. Trying to find the courage to ask her out was like trying to get off from a water spout. What you would have said, I can't say. I never did ask, then she moved away. But I learned something from my blue-eyed girl.